And good morning and welcome to the WGP Jet Ski World Cup in Pattaya, Thailand. This is Dawn Dawson here live from Jontin Beach. Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen. We're marking the end of a glorious week of racing here at the Jet Ski World Cup. So much to love about this great sport in its entire history. Jet ski racing has never before seen such coverage, popularity, and evolution. And you're watching evolution right here on the screen. This is a junior one-lap slalom. Nowhere else in the world have I had the privilege of watching such a powerful and popular youth program as what you're seeing on the screen right now. There were 14 competitors in the women's Spark class, and right now we are qualifying them down to the top 5, and we're going to be bringing you that live, the top 5 later this afternoon for all of the different slaloms. But we had over 45 competitors, almost 50 competitors actually, in the different divisions. Right now you're watching the final couple of ladies compete. All right, and we're back. This is a boat number 53. Just trying to find the rider name connected to this boat, but they do a full lap on the track, and then they have to do that lap individually. And I'm telling you, they bring people from all over the place. Big teams have been competing in the slalom. Again, there's been a lot of people watching it. Now, you'll see that double green and red buoy that indicates the turn section, and it's where they will decide whether they go to the inside or outside split. But for the slalom riders, they must go to the outside only. It's a designated section. They don't get the option to pick like you normally would if you were racing close course. But you're watching slalom, and that completed the time, a 1:30.33, which, by the way, has been average, very fast times, around 1:35 and 1:38. We've seen some fast ones this morning. 1:29 was one of the quick times we saw today. Again, the top 5 will be going to the final, and there's Navy. Again, watching a slalom. Oh, we're on this slalom page. Okay, we aren't watching the women's Spark quite yet. We're on the men's Spark division. All right, you guys, we just moved over to the women's. Actually, that was the final on the men's division. They had 30 riders in that one. You could see why that took a minute. And it was Tanatom that you just got through watching. He was riding for Hero Jet Bangkok. And right now, we've got the first woman out on the line. Looks like boat number 55. That's going to be Anastasia Ofensenko. Oh, she's one of the Russian junior riders. She rides for the Russia Rocket team. Her first run was a 1:67.20. That was yesterday. And they're on their second run today, and this is their opportunity to qualify to get into the top 5 this afternoon. Let's see how she does. She has a beautiful form. And you'll notice she drops her leg into the upper part of that tray. That helps her maintain stability. She's got a great riding style, flaring those elbows out as wide as possible. All of this is to focus on one main thing: keeping that boat hooked up, and unfortunately that's exactly what she didn't want to have happen. She spun out right at the end. Hey, good morning, Terry Lemon. She's 13 years old, rides for the Russian Rockets, looking to move on to ski once she says she's conquered Spark. She's a competitor in adult sailing as well. Competed in the Sochi Cup and got third place. Right now, lost a little bit of time, but still saw some amazing performance from this young lady. You watch Anastasia Afensenko from Russia. Matt, no kidding. I guarantee you the water is not going to stay like this, but yeah, we probably would. So we'll see great racing regardless, don't you think? Hey, Terry, I can't believe summer's finally there for you. We're just getting into the middle of winter in the U.S. Man, it's been gorgeous out here in Pattaya, Thailand. High temps around the mid-80s. The thing that's been the notable challenge for the riders is the high humidities as well. Hey, Tim Hicks. Good morning, sir. All the way from where are you in? Kansas, right? Or are you Nebraska, Kansas? I can't suddenly. I'm having a brain fizzle, but yes, Colorado. Yay! And good morning. And we're watching slalom. This is the triple nickel. This is Piriyatnacha. Oh, it's a big last name. I'm going to try. Damranmo Ma Swa. She rides for Thailand and Yamaha HeroJet Bangkok. Thai said I got about a 3.5 on that one. The Thai judges on my pronunciation this weekend. And this young lady looks really good on the track. She's about 40 seconds into this. And then Syria. Oh, Topeka, Kansas. Thanks, Tim. Good to have you on the live stream today. Matanari. We're working our way through. We got a lot of riders in the Spark class. This is the ladies division only. So just the ladies. And you're watching the young lady from Thailand riding for Yamaha HeroJet Bangkok. She had a 137 in qualifying, putting her in 12th. They have 2 runs. And then they'll combine those 2 runs for their overall scores. So we're going to start with the slowest runs all the way up to the fastest runs in qualifying, and hopefully she'll be able to get a quick run and be able to move into this top 5. Again, top 5 will be transferring to the dance this afternoon, and we'll get to watch them live. And she completes, ooh, this is a nice run, 1:35.46. Not sure that's going to be enough. Her first run again was a 1:37.07. Fastest time in this class was a 1:31.31. We'll talk more about that as that young lady comes to the lineup. Ilyana Chernuka from Russia is up next. She's a tiny little thing, isn't she? She's got a 1:40.99 in run 1, a 1:40.99, trying to better her time and see if she can get into the top 5. Again, we're about to watch Uliana Chernuka from Russia. And it's not a traditional slalom track. It is a 1-lap slalom. So what they do is we put them on part of the regular course. In fact, she's getting, oh, how cute is that? She's almost Supermaning that thing. And those big buoys that you see, we have to keep those buoys out there. That is the buoys that the government put out for the swim areas and for specific demarcation out on the water. And so we'll work around those when we're building the track this year. And it's been a massive track. We've gotten a lot of feedback on how big this track is, almost 3 kilometers. And nice little setup turn. What she's doing there is leaning back, trying to keep that intake rate as hooked up as possible. Dropping low, pushing her weight right over the intake rate. It's a good rider stance, and you can see the Russian team's all really happy for her. Had a 1:40.83 on that. It's a good run for Uliana. Hey, Robert Crow. Naughty water in the house. That's awesome. Hey, Greg Maddock. Great to have you here this morning. Shake and bake, buddy. Man, you've really trademarked that one. That's a great line. Every time I hear that, I think of you. Joseph Lyons, great to have you on the live stream. And yeah, the water is very quiet this morning. A couple of insights on that. As you guys know, because you're all very familiar with racing, generally in the morning, a lot of the riders want to go out and practice, test their boats, particularly on the final day. It's a huge day for them. They want to make sure the boats are running good. We close the water. There is no boats allowed in practice right now. There's no boats allowed out on testing right now other than these junior riders. We want to create as quiet water conditions for them as possible to give them all a very fair chance. So yeah, the water is very, very calm right now. And part of that is because we've kept the waterway completely closed to anybody that's on the jet ski racing side anyway, so that we can get really flat water for the slalom riders. Up right now is boat number 2. This is Katarina Sepp. Katarina rides for Estonia, sponsored by Vihir. She had a good time on her first run, a 1:36.74. 1:36.74 was her first run, and that was yesterday. She'll get an opportunity to do this second run. Again, they're going to combine the overall scores. Those lowest scores, average, will be moving on to the final third run, and that is going to be your battle for your top 5. Robert Crows, great to have you. Joe Meyer, good morning. Hi, Natapak. Yi Wang is shouting out for boat number 318, which is going to be coming up shortly. Maintained a high rate of speed coming through that final turn buoy coming up into this split section. They're working the outside split, in case you're curious. And then there's that final double. You'll be seeing a lot of racers coming through there a little bit later today. She's leaning way over the front of that boat. And a good time for her. Not as good as her first time, still respectable, 1:37.76. Again, her first time for Katarina was 1:36.74. You can see how important it is to have this really flat water for these riders. Next up is number 38, Yanisa from Thailand. Next boat up, Yanisa Chongking from Thailand. PTT lubricant sponsored rider, Gold Dragon. And she also rides for the Nangpu La Futi, say it again. Navulampu, close team. Yanisa is on the clock in just a minute. Gonna have to brush up on more Thai before I get back here next year. I'm starting to slip backwards. What a beautiful language! 76 different dialects just of Thai. It's a very intricate, very romantic, beautiful language, and it is not easy to learn. And we're off again. Yanisa's first time was a 1:35.26. Let's see if she's able to better that this morning. That was yesterday. You got a good run going, just a little bit wide on that turn. These chicane turns are deceptively hard. It seems like they're pretty easy if you just look at them, but these double buoy turns, man, they're tricky because you have to come in hot. You have to maintain a pretty high level of speed. You can't chop the throttle and then hit the throttle again and save it. But you also have to be very precise in that turn, even though it doesn't seem like it. And if you're not, you can scrub a lot of speed in there. I honestly, in a slalom conditions, I prefer the single buoy just because I think it's a little easier to predict the line on those. But I've got a lot of racers that are on the line. They may have a different viewpoint, and I'd love to have your interaction. Greg Matta, I know, has been incredible on the track and knows an awful lot about racing lines. Love to have feedback from you guys. So, but anyway, that's my take. And a 1:36.06 for Yanisa. She actually did better her other time. She had a 1:36.26 yesterday. Got to be happy with that one. Joe, that's too funny. Oh, that's so sweet. He said him and Kylie fell asleep last night watching the stream. Thank you. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Ronnie McHenry in the house. Hey, buddy. Good morning to you. Surprised not. Are you here? This is boat number 65, Pirata Mangbi, riding for Thailand and Yamaha HeroJet Bangkok, and she had a really good time. She had a 1:34.18 in her first run, putting her in top 9.
Stand by for your boat number 3.
All right, right now we're watching Slalom, and I couldn't have picked a better guest for that this morning. I've got Chris Hagist up here, the mad inventor for the Pro Force, and we got some pretty cool news. I don't know if you guys remember watching yesterday's racing, but Samurai smoked out of the gate with a fantastic start, and he is debuting here at the WGP WATERJET World Series, the 3.0, and very cool to have him. I'm gonna put Chris on the live stream here now. Chris, we're watching Slalom. We're watching one lap slalom. This is the youth development that they've got, part of the TJSBA's big push to get more junior riders. And right now we're watching the women's Spark class.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. Like, this is the way to do it, to grow the sport. These children are absolutely our future. You know, this is something that I've been passionate about for quite a few years. Yeah, for decades. You know, Nedra Atwood and I and Mike Pipes created the Junior Star program. And it's great that these kids get an opportunity to ride the complete course on their own in a safe environment. And nowhere else in the world do you see this in such an extreme level. So applause the organizers to making this happen, because this is a special moment these kids will grasp onto for years, and they'll come back as the next Kevin Redders or Quentin Bosch's or Jeremy Porres or Toshi's, you know. So we love this, and it's a great time of day to do it in the morning. So and I love slalom. That's where I won my first world championship.
It's funny, I remembered that. That's why when I saw you come in, I was so excited to have you come and share this with me, because I happen to love slalom as well. Let's introduce this rider, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. Swan from Thailand. She rides for NBC Jet Ski, and she had an amazing run. Let's take a look. She had a 1:33.76. That puts her in 7th place coming into this, so she is just out of it. We're going to take the top 5 for this afternoon's run. So this is a big moment for her. Will she be able to do better than a 1:33? And Chris, let's talk slalom, because to me, This is how you build world champions. The turnaround buoy on slalom is just like the starting line buoy, right? When we go into that big
Yep.
sweeper term.
Yep.
But you give me the rundown as you watch this this young lady compete, and let's have your perspective on how she's doing.
Well, first off, you can see the intensity when she was coming out of the gate. She knew she had to just be fast at every turn, and that's what slalom does for you, right? It makes you focus on every turn to be, as extreme and efficient through the turns as possible, and you could tell she's putting in every effort. So, a huge applause to her. She could ride. You could see that this is not her first time, even though this might be like a beginner kind of class or new to the sport. You can tell that she's been riding, and that's awesome to see. These kids are dreaming to come here and compete at this level. So applause to her parents and her team for giving her the support to come out here, and look at her rip through these turns. She's close to the buoy, hitting the buoys there, coming on, and she knows how to set up for the turns. Yeah, her elbows are up, so her form looks really good. The ski looks like it's working well, so I think this is going to be a good lap.
I do too. Yeah, again, she had a 1:34.18, and as she comes across that front stretch, she beats it. She beat her best time.
You could see it.
She had, a 1:33.76, and she has a 1:33.67. Very close. It's interesting how consistent they are, and I've been noticing that throughout that. But she did get a better time this morning. Great job.
Yeah, she knew this is the time to make it happen, and that's the emotion you want when you come to this event. When the time comes, you get to just throw it out there.
Yeah, it's so cool to watch them. Let's talk a little bit. Let's introduce this young lady, Petch, on boat number 104. Petch Shampoo Shumarat. She's rides for Thailand. She's part of that 244 racing school. Of course, you guys know that number. That's Nudakorn Pupak D, of course. And her time, just take a look at yesterday. She had a 1:33. Let's see. She had a 1:33.74 yesterday, and she gets ready to go. Let's take a look and see if she's able to better this. But again, she's been training with Nudakorn Pupak D's jet ski school, which I think also is a big deal that a lot of these pros now are putting on schools. And
Absolutely.
She's got a good look at this setup. She's got a good start. Talk about her style.
Yeah, well, right away you see her elbows are up. She's whipping through the turns. She's trying to be aggressive.
Minor mistake there, just a little correction, Chris. How much of a factor does that have?
Well, a little hook in the turn is going to kind of not help in the overall time, but she knows it. She's going to push harder to the next turn and try to make up for it. It's a little bit like Mario Kart or the video games. You just kind of have to make up for it in the next turn, and I'm sure those are going through her mind. She's mentally focusing on every turn, and her family's cheering her on, and so what better? She's leaning back for the straightaways just to maximize the efficiency of the hull. Look at her tuck back, trying to get the hull back up and the speed up into place. So, and she looks good. Look at that ski, the bright yellow and the blue jet pilot suit, totally professional level. This is a pro in the making right here.
It really is, and you can tell she came out ready to compete. She looks great. I do love her form. I love how quick she's moving front to back to help with that hookup. It's a very impressive little ride. Flaring the elbows out, by the way, allows the riders to maneuver quicker and make those minor adjustments. There's so much happening on these boats, it's almost hard to describe how quick they're having to move to help decrease the time. 1:32 coming in, 1:33.11. Wow, that was definitely... Well, it's the fastest time so far, but she definitely beat her time yesterday, a 1:33.74. That young lady,
these kids are raising the bar.
Despite that minor mistake, beautifully done.
I just love all the colors you see when you come to Thailand. From the jet skis to the trucks going down the road to the people that customize here. The passion in this country is beyond what you see anywhere else in the world. You know?
It is a shock to the system in so many ways. A good shock, right?
Yeah,
when you see the colors, you hear the sounds throughout the day. This is a very boisterous city, a very fun city, and a lively city. And the smells are, it's hard to describe everything, because it's a tropical climate. Everything is exemplified, everything is amplified, and I love that. All right, up next, this is boat 23. This is Panasira Tavapat, riding for Thailand and the Pusan Sea-Doo Jet Ski team. And what a time, 1:33.16. And Panacera obviously going to want to try to beat that one. Yeah, when really lighting up the screen, promote. Pong Suka says go Sister 65, and Natapach Lee Yong go 318. Tip Tanyane J, keep going Cap, and Joe Meyer, of course, enjoying watching as well. You've got Panacera Tavapat on the slalom course right now. Valentina Lascano, it's so great to have you chiming in with us. So many future women racers, love to see it. I completely agree. I'm really amazed at how big this class was. 30 riders in the regular Spark class. Is that Fawn? I think that is Orfan Terapapanic. Watching on.
I really like how he tucks his leg in, really gets his feet up on the side of the well. It's like there's a lot of technique going on here that you just don't know as a kid.
That's a really good point. There's so many little things that she's doing, right?
Mm-hmm,
so many tiny adjustments, tucking in into that turn.
Yes. Yeah, she's turning super tight.
Ooh, love
little
that.
hook right there.
Yeah.
That's not going to help, but she'll come back and focus on the next ones. That one was beautiful.
Love how she digs her knee in.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Yeah, that's a good technique. Very popular to get the low center of gravity, get the ski to kind of work the way you want. Oh, here it comes, front straightaway.
131 as she hit that front stretch. A little bit more, 13422. I think that hook that you talked about was the
you got to be
downfall.
smooth through the turns.
Just a one tiny mistake makes such a difference.
Well, that's kind of the excitement coming into this event. You want to send it, and sometimes you have to turn to the last minute and then you get that hook.
Yeah, it's a good point. A little bit over. You got a little over-amped on it.
Yeah.
Easy to do. Your next competitor up, and now we're in our top. Panacera was in top 5, by the way. So she's got to try to hold off Pet Shampoo. Next up is 298, I believe. Paramapat. Am I right? I'm just conferring with our guys here. Patanapat is up next. Tung Wong, riding for Thailand, and Kuampulur Racing and Non Buri Jet Ski Team. And her time yesterday morning was a 1:33.12. So obviously she's going to want to beat that if possible. But a 1:33.12 was good enough to get her into top 4. And again, we're still competing to see who's going to be in top 5. We're going to bring those guys back for this afternoon. They're going to be live in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah, and the water conditions are going to be different,
and
right? The techniques are going to change a little bit. You can't be as aggressive through the turn. You got to be a little bit smoother, keep the ski from hopping. So the water conditions now are kind of ideal for these girls to get comfortable out there.
I think so, and I really love that you pointed that out. Water conditions in slalom are really critical.
Absolutely.
Because you're focused so much setting up the turn, but the minute you add chop, you have to make those adjustments on the boat for where you want to be, and you can see all of her teammates down there cheering her on, and I think it's really fun that they have the little cam in cam.
Yes.
Because it's clear that as nervous as the girls are, the team members are way more nervous for them.
Oh yeah, as a parent, you're right there behind the handlebars with your child, You're like hoping and talking to them, you're kind of bouncing around. You see this in every motorsports, but it's super important to see your child succeed with all its work that's put in. So I commend all these families and the efforts they put in for sure.
I really love that you brought that up. I'll share more on that in just a second. Let's take a look at this time. She's got a good one. Oh, 1:33.15 with a 1:33.12. Talk about consistent for Patanapat. Team Foon Wong, riding for Thailand, and the Nothiburi Jet Ski Team, a 1:33.15, and that was really beautiful. This is your third place rider after yesterday, Chayapa Chayapa Young, riding for Thailand and G-Force Power Sports Pattaya. And her time yesterday, she was the first one to break into the 3.2s, 1:32.67. And that was definitely good enough to put her into third yesterday. So let's see if she's able to match that 1:32, stay in the 3.2. So far, you've been seeing the 3.3s, 3.4s, and 3.5s. Nice little setup, Chris. She started back a little bit further, too.
Yeah, top speed's ideal to get to the first turn, So, and she's a little bit shorter stature than some of the other riders, which kind of takes a little bit more muscle strength to kind of work the ski around the course to be smooth. But as we've seen some of these young kids, like Quentin was just a tiny little guy when he was young, and he was phenomenal at his age. So.
He really was, but you're right. His riding style was vastly different from a lot of the other juniors because of the way he was built. So he was one of the first riders I noticed in the junior program that really took on finesse. And isn't it interesting that translates today? While as powerful as he is and as much he has evolved into obviously a legend, now he's combined those all minute details that he learned, just like you're watching here.
Yeah, that's right. These are moments and video footage that these kids and families are going to go back and watch over and over for years and go, we should have bent our knees more or lean back more. You see what this other rider is doing. So this is a great way to kind of see where you're at and then work on your shortcomings. And she is definitely like holding her own right now. She's smooth and fast through the turns.
This is deceptive. This is a deceptively quick time. I think you're right. She's very quiet. I'm not seeing a bunch of weight.
Right.
I'm not seeing a bunch of spray going flying up. This girl's very quiet through this track.
Leaning back to the front straightaway. Ooh, look at that.
Barely missed the 1:32. She's a 1:33.15. Fantastic run.
Exact same time, 1:33.15.
Yeah.
Great job.
Had the same time as Chiappa. Chiappa had the same time as Patanapat. So Patanapat and Chiappa had the same time. Chiappa. There we go. I'm learning. You can see the big tankers were...
yeah, the landscape is just gorgeous.
Isn't it something?
The whole layout of this town, the city, the backdrop. It's picturesque for sure.
Yeah, pretty mind-boggling when you see it. So if you really want to put your life in your hands, and clearly we do, because I've seen a lot of the guys that are here this weekend, we rent scooters. And then, do you have a scooter? Of course you do. 317. Let's take a look at the next rider up, I think. Tamawan Sunatwetsa, riding for Thailand, and jet ski for Rent by John Poole is on the track. She was second yesterday with a 1:32.03. Let's see what she does.
Again, all these girls have been super impressive. I'm watching their body English, how they're moving around on the ski, how they're working into the turns. You could tell that they've been working hard at this. They've been thinking about this moment for quite a while. So I'm super excited for them. Watching their parents on the screen there as well, I know that feeling, and it is awesome to watch your child succeed at their dreams.
It really is. And this is the beginning of very successful lives. Look at her leaning down. She's actually trusting her boat so much. She's dropped as low as possible, barely even looking over the handlebars.
That's what you want to do. You want to get that water drag. You want to get that spray moving back on the hull. You're going to increase your top speed by 2 or 3 kilometers easily, which really can help by seconds or tenths of a second. So being smooth in the turn like she's doing, moving her body forward and back. She's definitely doing everything she can to kind of maximize her time.
Chris, I really love the insights as we watch. Tamawan coming through to the front stretch. I want to make sure I said her name right. Tamawan. And let's see. Wow. Beautiful time. She just broke the record today with a 1:31.59, and Chris called it as we walked through all of those minor things. That was fantastic. Thank you, bud. Oh, that was exciting.
Yeah, great job by her. I mean, quite impressive. Again, the skill set of these kids. Like, at that age...
It's humbling, isn't it?
I mean, you really get your fastest in your 20s.
Yeah.
These kids being this young and getting this opportunity, it's going to be mind-blowing when they do get into that age of the Toshis, the Quentin Bosches, the Kevin Redders. You know, I'm really looking forward to meeting a lot of these kids in the future.
Me too, and the fact that you've got 15 women that actually signed up for the Spartan class, right?
Yeah.
That's a full
Just a
lineup,
testament
right?
to this part of the world and how dedicated they are to the sport.
Very much.
Anybody that loves the sport like we do is a big fan of mine.
Oh, absolutely. Sasakan Kunsa is on the track. She rides for the 777 Performance, a jumbo tuner. And of course, you know her dad, Edipon Kunsa.
Oh yeah, legendary family. Definitely has a lot of experiences setting up the skis, making them fast, knowing how to handle it. I'm sure she got lots of coaching before she started off her run, and here she goes, leaning back, trying to maximize the speed.
I really
Reducing
love
the
how
whole
she
drag.
set this up. Yeah. Oh, keep going. I love this boat, by the way. Orange, red, yellow, black, and white. This is just a gorgeous boat. And there's Edipon.
Yeah, I can't say enough about how all these teams set up the colors. And yeah, there he is. Legend right there.
He is a legend. Just a beautiful soul. We're really blessed to have this caliber of people in our tribe.
Yeah, and passing it down to their children, which they'll pass it down to their children, which this is where the sport grows.
Yeah, she had the fastest time yesterday, Chris, with the 1:31.31, and look at her blowing up this track.
Wow, nice and tight on that red buoy, coming into this right-hand sweeper.
I haven't seen a mistake yet. Looks amazing. She really looks smooth, very quiet out there.
Yep,
Back to what you were talking.
Yep. Look at her full lean back. She might as well be Superman because she knows exactly what this means right here. Staring ahead, looking for that next buoy. Yeah, she's already staring at the next turn before she even gets to it. So, yeah, she sets up a little wide, comes in tight. Nice and smooth.
Tiny hook. That was the first mistake I saw, and even that one wasn't a big one.
She's still looking ahead and pushing. Like her ski's moving forward, even though it hooks. So, compliments to the father for setting it up. Here she is down the front straightaway.
Wow, 131.43. 131.43 for Sasakan Kunsa, riding for the 777 Performance Jumbo Tutor, and Edipon's face pretty much said it all right there.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. How proud of a father to see your daughter like crush it like that.
Still comes in with the fastest time of the morning. That would be Sasakan Kunsa, and that, I think, is probably easy math even for me. You know she's going to be transferring as one of the top 5.
Yep.
We'll get you the official on the rest of the riders that'll be transferring to the top 5 as well. I'm Dawn Dawson up here with Chris Hagist. As we debut the brand new Pro Force, we'll be back right after this.
Welcome to our proudest moment, tumbling through every single detail, unveiling pristine odysseys ahead, crafting each element for globe-trotting, embarking for the sky. Your magical journey redefined. Thai, smooth as silk.
National Sport Development Funds.
It's time for Thais to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
New Fortuner Leader สัญลักษณ์ใหม่แห่งความสำเร็จสำหรับผู้นำที่พร้อมลุยในทุกสถานการณ์สะท้อนความสำเร็จในแบบคุณกับ Fortuner Leader Generation ที่โชว์รูมโตโยต้าทั่วประเทศ น้ำมันหล่อลื่น Dynamic Common Rail Synthetic พลังช่วยปกป้องเพื่อรถยนต์นั่งดีเซลทุกประเภท ให้พลังแรงช่วยยืดอายุการเปลี่ยนถ่าย ช่วยประหยัดเชื้อเพลิงต้อง Dynamic Common Rail Synthetic จาก PTG Lubricants
National Sport Development Funds.
Wow. Now that's just about the most gorgeous postcard ever, right? Welcome back to the WGP1 WaterJet World Cup and the WGP1 WaterJet World Series 2023. Chris McCluggage, you cracked me up. We got a ton of people on the live stream, and Chris was asking me if I just said pet shampoo. No, Chris, that's me, a tinty tie. So bear with me on that one. Greg Wall, thanks for watching from Oregon. Eric Freneker, hey Chris. City of Diamonds, yes, that's what I was actually trying to say. Dave Hamilton, good morning, sir. Linda Jo Hammer Jarbo, good morning to you. Bailey Cunningham, it was Chris Haggis joining me up in the booth briefly as we went through the Spark class. Of course, Marshall, Randy, how the heck are you? Big hugs, my friends. Great to hear from you. Yep, you were just watching the Women's Spark. We had over 40, oh my gosh, I think it was almost 40-something slalom competitors. And those competitors were all juniors. You got a chance to watch the second run for the Spark class for the women. And there are 5 of those will be transferring into the main dance this afternoon. Obviously, Team Qatar in the house as we get ready to go with our first race of the day. Pro-Am Ski Stock is going to be coming live to you after 2 motos. Let's take a look at who's been doing really well. Narteep Tong Yu is who. He's out of Thailand riding for OTS Racing Team. He had a pair of aces in his pocket coming to this round this morning. Eminelli Ortendahl is in second, riding for Sweden. And, of course, Team Eminelli, she said. Tanawin Moli, one of the twins, who's riding for Flamingo Jet Ski Team. And Knauf, he is in third with 101 points, actually tied with Eminelli coming into this. And Tanawid Moli, the other portion of Joke Moli's twins, also riding for Flamingo Jet Ski Team, he's in fourth. Matthias Reynes, currently in fifth. Matthias from Estonia, riding for Hero Jet Ski and B&J. Takehito Mizawa, riding for the Freedom Race Team, is in sixth. Cherniko Vesevolod is riding for Russia, and he is in seventh. Alexander Pakhumov is in eighth, also riding for Russia. In ninth is Edward Sarkisyan. And rounding out your top 10 in points after 2 motos, Natawat Singharai, riding for Thailand. There is the setup for you as we get these guys down on the line and staged. Let's take a look back. Before Pattaya, Reynes, Emma, and Salim were all slated for the podium for the World Series, and they're still holding on to their spots, but Reynes now only has a 22-point lead as opposed to a 48-point lead as he came into this round. Narteep Tong Yu has hole shotted the last 2 motos and is currently leading in points with that 2-win streak. Eminelli Ortendahl and Tanawin Moli, as I mentioned, are tied with Emma in second. Reynes is in ninth. Almatawa is in 11th for the World Cup. Riders to watch are Takehito Mizawa and Edward Sarkisyan, who both had strong starting patterns. What happened in 2022? Well, Natawat Singharai is actually here defending his Thai Cup Championship win, a good win in 2022, followed by Tanawid Moli and Tanawin Moli. In the World Series, it was Tanawid and Tanawin Moli at the top, followed by Thomas Bento. That's your recap of what happened last year as we get ready to crown some more champions today, our final day of the WGP1 WaterJet World Cup and World Series. Thank you so much for joining me live here in Pattaya. We've got some interesting changes. Just to make you aware, we do have a brand new starting system that we're dealing with. Once they start that starting system, it is irreversible. So Ross Moore will walk his way down the line, make sure the riders are ready to go, and then once he pushes that button, we cannot take another 2-minute hold. And it looks like boat number 7, that's Vadim Chernekya, lined up on the outside. And we've got a start. Let's see where Narteep. He had been lining up on the inside on both of the prior motos. Let's see if he does it again, and he does. There is Narteep Tong Yu from the inside. Tong Yu with a whole shot from the inside. He'll be matched up with... That's going to be boat number 4, Tanawin Mo Lee, riding for Flamingo Jet Ski Team. Who will come out on top? And the whole shot's going to go to Narteep Tong Yu, followed by Tanawin Mo Lee. It's going to be Tanawin in third. And there is your race leader riding for OTS Racing Team. His nickname is Tear. And right behind him, boat number T4. That is Tanawin Mo Lee. Tanawin's, his nickname is Six. And right behind him is twin brother, Sixth Sense. You probably figured out where that came from. Juanita, when she was pregnant, Juanita actually was saying, I really do have a feeling that I'm going to have twins. Sure enough, Sixth Sense was correct. So he is a typical sense of humor from the Mo Lee family, very, very famous jet ski racing family. Well, look at there, Yuki Kiriyashi and Francois and Benji Francois from B&J Parts up there. And they, of course, are supporting Mateus. Mateus back in 5th in points for the Cup. Narteep staying consistent on the inside split. And that boat is handling quite nicely. Tanawin typically rides to T30, but that number 4 boat, that Tanawin, that number, that's actually Choke Mo Lee's old race number. There's Natawat Singawai in 4th, and it looked like Mateo Reyes back in 5th. Natawat Singawai. And there is Mateo Reyes. Hey, Ray Proul. It's great to have you on the live stream. Please give my love to Amy Green. Chad Eggleston, I'm doing amazing. And thank you, sir. Man, you're too kind. Here we go again with those Russian flags. Carl Seltzer, you crack me up. Let's see, Belinda. Tori, by the way, all the... oh, there is Eminelli Ortendahl. Let me just catch up here with the riders. But I'm not sure the exact time. Let me just take a quick look for you. We've got Pro-Am Ski Stock, approximately 10:15. We're actually a little bit... Oh, I'm lying to you. One moment. On time, Pro-Am Ski Stock at 9:15. Pro-Am Runabouts 9:35. Pro-Am Runabout Ski is next, and then Pro Runabout 1100 open around 10:15. Pro Ski is 10:59, and Pro Runabout GP 11:21. That's all approximate times. You can see those calendars right on the website. So come and join us at jetskiworldcup.com, and you'll have that live timing, and we should have the calendar of events for you as well. Very close racing between the twins. Nantarat Singarai being hunted by Matthias Reynes on that backstretch. About a 5.54 second difference between Nantawat Singarai and Matthias Reynes. And he's already reduced that gap. Take a look again. We'll see what the time is as these guys approach the split section. Watch the backstretch, which right now is deceptively quiet. Oh yeah, Matthias has already dropped that another second and a half. 3.60 is all that separates Matthias Reynes from Nantarat Singarai, and Matthias Reynes goes to the outside, Nantarat Singarai to the inside. That is your battle for 5th place. Meanwhile, getting much closer between the top two riders. That's Naratip Tong Yu and Tanawin Moli. And that is less than a second difference. 2 boat lengths in Nantarat. Naratip is definitely under pressure here as you watch your race later. Again, took the win in the top 2 or first 2 motos yesterday. But right now, he's under fire from Tanawin Moli on the T4 boat. Looks like the gap opened up just a little bit more on the right-hand side of the track. Let's take a look at the time for these two. It's a 2:37. That's all that separates them. 2:37 between Naratip Tong Yu and Tanawin Moli. Tang Zin saying, "Go Naratip and OTS Racing Team." And you can see that, again, right now, a little deceptive how it looks pretty quiet back there, but they're dealing with cross sections of waves. And it is just going to get uglier as the day goes on. Naratip switching it up. He forced Tanawin Moli to go to the inside on that one. That's last lap. And that was a bit of strategy on Naratip's point. I wonder if that'll pay off for him. I think he felt that Tanawin was a little bit faster on the outside, so Naratip trying to take his line away from him, but will that work for him? There's choke. Tanawin's dad, and just like that, Tanawin Moli played a little game of strategy, and he talked Naratip into giving away that inside split, and that just gave away a lead. Tanawin Moli, your new leader. That was sneaky. I thought so too, though. I watched Naratip thinking about it, like, gosh, maybe that outside's faster. I mean, it was good thinking, but Tanawin played a game. And he got the faster line, and he also went faster. Beautiful job by Tanawin, your new race leader. That was a beautiful pass. Lock and low. Man, I love watching these guys strategize on each other, and that was just beautiful. Oops is right. Ray, how was Paraguay? Were you able to go down there with those guys? Fighting 951, go to win. Love you, bud. It's great to have Course Marshal Randy joining us, one of the top course marshals globally, and it's always such a pleasure to be able to interact with him. Even if I don't get a chance to be at the same races, at least we hang out a little bit on the live stream. You're watching the battle. We've got one more moto to go. There's 4 motos for each one of these classes, with the exception of Runabout GP1, because they had to qualify to get there, right? Crazy. And that is almost another pass happening. Naratip's like, you know what, I'm staying on this inside. Even Tanawin was gaining time on him from the outside. So Naratip, look at Choke starting to get nervous. That's awesome. We'll have to see if we can catch up with Choke Moli and find out if he's as nervous as his son's racing as when he used to race. So Naratip Tong Yu is got some pressure from the twins. He's got Tanawin, who just made a pass on him in front of him, and Tanawin Moli right behind him. 6 cents gunning for the OTS rider. He's got a massive number of points, and Tanawin needed that because he's in a battle right now in points with Emanelli Ortendahl. He come into this round tied with her with 101 points for that second place spot. So Tanawin just punched the clock right away, went to work. Still got Nantarat Singarai in 4th. Just see Nantarat at the right-hand part of your screen, your 4th place rider. And your top 4, it looks like Tanawin goes inside, Naratip goes inside, and Tanawin goes outside. Man, look how Naratip takes those turns. That is really a beautiful series of turns on the inside split. And he's in a lot of whitewater as well. Tanawin unable to catch him on that one, but he continues to push. You're watching the stock class where it is critical to make sure that your boat is not losing hookup. You can't afford a bunch of mistakes. This is really, to me, an opportunity to highlight rider skills, and Narateep Tongyu sure does look amazing out there. The gentleman on boat number 8. And there's Tanawid Moli right behind him. These twins, so young, they're only 17. Said his life goal, Tanawid wants to be just like his dad, Choke Elite. Choke, a legend in jet ski racing. There is Matthias Reynes, who I believe has moved up into 4th. Second, third, and fourth coming through. Narateep again goes to the inside. Thank you so much, Jonathan Owens. We appreciate you watching. You're watching the Pro Am Ski Stock Class, 9 laps. White flag is out. And it looks like Tanawid is just a tiny bit off this pace on this final lap. Again, your top 3, Tanawid Moli, followed by Narateep Tongyu, and Tanawid Moli in 3rd. And there is boat number 30, your 3rd place rider. And no, it is not to watch. Sigurai still in 4th. Nantwat Singharai, the gentleman that took the Thai Cup last year, back in 4th on the track. And the gentleman that took 5th last year is still leading in points for the Thai Cup, Narateep Tongyu. And while he is in 2nd place, he has certainly been bringing home some glory for the OTS racing team. You're watching him. That was just who you had your eyes on before we pulled out. Boat number 8 rides for Thailand. Narateep, nicknamed Terror, gentleman that works in a restaurant on his 9 to 5, Monday through Friday job, but on the weekend, bringing home some big joy for Thailand. This boat built by Where's the Jib Jumbo Tuner, Narateep, still in the points lead as we finish up the final couple of turns. That's Tanawin, your race leader on T4, coming from the inside on this final 2 turns before we get a checker flag. And that is going to be a wrap for Tanawid and Tanawin and Narateep. So Tanawin takes the win, Narateep 2nd. Okay, once again, Tanawin Moli, followed by Narateep Tongyu and Tanawid Moli, your top 3. Nantarat Singharai 4th. And I believe Emily Ortendal ended up in 6th. And that is going to hurt her a little bit on the points as she was tied for 2nd. Right? Course Marshal Randy saying awesome camera work. I totally agree. Here's Pro-Am Runabout stock after 3 motos. We've got Thanapat out of Thailand on the 323 boat with 151 points in the lead. Matthias Simon in 2nd with 133. Tori Snyder with 129 is in 3rd. Waleed Al-Shasharni right in this hunt. He's got 128 points. He's in 4th. Abdullah Al-Fadel in 5th with 112, and Sorwheat in 6th with 105. Egidius is in 7th with 105 points. Shen Shan in 8th with 97 points. Nudakorn Pupakdi in 9th with 96 points, and Kabatoff in 10th with 86 points. Tonopah has hole-shotted twice. Tori Snyder hole-shotted in the last moto. And this is just a little recap for you. Tori closed the gap between him and Tonopah from 10 seconds to 4 seconds towards the end of Moto 1, putting notice that Tori Snyder was on fire. Waleed Al-Shoshani leading in the World Series points still, but Tori Snyder has pushed off Linus Lindberg for second, and Matthias Simon is now in third. Linus Lindberg has already won a Jet Ski World Cup for Pro-Am Runabout Superstock. There is the setup as we get ready to go. Hey, Chris John Kier. Let's take a quick look at last year. Who's defending the world title? Nudicorn Pupakdi took the World Cup last year. And the World Series defender, that's Abdullah Alfadel, who took the win last year in the World Series. Hey, Adrian, that was a very awesome race. Ken Gallagher, the Moly men are strong. So true. All right, we've got Pro-Am Runabout stock on the line. And there's your lineup. Matthias Simon on the inside. T18, that's Egidius. Boat number T88, Pirouat Singrogak on the inside. Linus Lindberg also lined up on the inside. Boat 700, that's Yuji Umahara. And there's Tori Snyder also on the... Actually, well, that's the outside split. Sorry about that. Normally, guys, they give me the outside last. They snuck one in on me there. Okay, there's your lineup as we get ready to rock and roll. Yeah, so Tori Snyder's on the outside. Tori got his dad down there holding, and Chris landed. Ooh, they're getting a little bit edgy. Now remember, once that grid starts moving, they cannot reverse the starting system. It's a new system we have this year. Tori had a good start. Linus Lindberg also with a pretty solid start. Little stutter on the live stream just from my camera, though. I think you guys are getting a great camera view. Let's take a look. Red flags, not going to matter. Never mind. That's a Sarge, Todd Young, out on the track, one of our premier course marshals. And they did not like that start. They're going to bring him back. I could see it, though. There's a little creepage. Kyle Niquette saying, let's go, Tori. There goes Tonopah. Do keep your eye on that race number 323. That is Tonopah Chiakan Yahano. Riding for Thailand and Ozone Jet Ski. And, man, he is rocking. He is currently in the lead in points, and there is 88. That is Pirouat, who's in 7th in point. 18th, that's Egidius, who's 5th in points. Matthias Simon, the Estonian gun. This guy is outrageously good, and he is in 2nd. And we have 5 race directors, Patrick Mill and Simon Ricks, both from the United States. Peter de Smet, representing for Belgium and Europe. Ross Moore and Troy Takasiris, both representing for Australia. So if any protest or issues or calls, that is those gentlemen that will decide the racers' fates. And they didn't like something, and Ross Moore is saying, I think, hold your line. If I were to translate, not sure who's getting called for that one. Oh no, it's Tonopah. Oh my lord. Well, that's a shakeup. Tonopah actually had the points coming into this, 151 points, and now he will have to start with a dead engine. That's going to open up a lane on the inside. Chris McCluggage, you saw that? He made story on a Sea-Doo. Oh, okay. Gracie Davidson, great to have you. Jamie Lee Bohead, great to have you as well. Uh-oh. Oh, that was boat 18, Egidius, getting a little antsy. He's like, oh, I'll just head back in the queue. Excuse me. It's a little early to 7-Eleven there.
Number 18 from Lithuania.
Well, that's a twofer. Now your first in points and your fifth in points both will be starting with a dead engine. I do want to clarify, although I saw that they reduced it by one holder, I heard in the riders' meeting that they were going to let them keep their holders because of the race conditions, but the holders had to stay at the back of the boat. They weren't allowed to go to the side of the boat at all. And also a change in ruling, but because of the crazy water out here, particularly in the weekend, and 700 creeping, Tori with a good start. I like how quiet he was. That was Uchi Umahara that was doing a little creeping. Don't think it's going to work against him, though. And it looks like we've got a green flag start for Pro-Am Runabout stock. Yeah, that's Waleed Al-Shasharni on the inside. And he's going to match it up with Mateus Simon Marius, riding for Estonia, and he gets that signature layout as we get on the gun. Waleed Al-Shasharni riding for Qatar with the hole shot. The gentleman that is in the lead, not in the lead, but he is in third in points. And right now he's in the lead on the track. You're watching Moto number 4. This is going to be our final moto of the day for these guys. This is for all of the marbles. 77. Mateus Simon second. And Tori Snyder in third. And Tori back in, let's see, he's got 129 points. So he is in third right now, but the gentleman that needs those points, Waleed Al-Shasharni, is leading, and he has got to try to get around Waleed Al-Shasharni. Again, Tanapod had hole-shotted twice, Tori's hole-shotted once, and Waleed, prior to this moto, had not hole-shotted this round, and now he's got a lovely opportunity here to hit the podium. He was only 1 point off of the podium prior to this start. Talking about the gentleman from Qatar, Waleed Al-Shasharni. Waleed Al-Shasharni leading. There's boat number 33. That's Shen Shan in fourth, and Abdullah Al-Fadel in fifth. Waleed Al-Shasharni, riding for Qatar Jet Ski Team, needed this chance to get in the lead, and he needed Tori Snyder to be behind him, at least by one, if not two. He's first in the World Series rankings coming into this round. He lives in Qatar. He said, I like anything action-related in the water. And his dad, by the way, built his boat. That number 11, he's been using it ever since he was a kid. And no kidding, right now, he's got an opportunity for a podium in the Thai Cup as well as the World Series. But he needed to get that hole shot. Mateus Simon in second. He's in second place. And he's in second as well for the Thai Cup. Mateus, only 20 years old, out of Tallinn, Estonia. Said he wants to be a Runabout GP1 world champion one day. And he's already opened up his own car design and tuning garage. He had that as a goal when I first met him. Let's take a look at these two as they hit the split section. Waleed on the inside and Mateus Simon on the outside. Some debate on whether the inside split had been faster the last couple of days. Right now it's looking very even. Tori about to motor around the outside. There's Modi. Tori come through. Rita Rentinen, go Matthias Simon. Starting gate is too far out. Here is boat number 88. That's Pirawat Srikong Group riding for Thailand, and Kumpralur Racing, the Northbury Racing Team. Belinda, have you? Oh yeah, I know Tori. Just got a chance to talk to him the other day. And he's very cool. Very, very amazing young man. And that is Abdullah Al-Fadel being hunted by Pirawat. Abdullah goes to the inside. Pirawat going to the outside.
Right there goes your leading pack already past the grandstand area.
Just taking a look as these guys match up on the front stretch. Abdullah holding him off.
Fifth is 30, 86. Still keeping an eye on number 323. 63 still in 7th.
Pirawat gotten a really good ride here. Trying to get around Abdullah Al-Fadel is no easy feat. Here is 33. That is Shen Shan, who is in 4th. Abdullah Al-Fadel in 5th, and Pirawat in 6th. Walid Al-Shasharni leading. Matthias Simon 2nd, and Tori Snyder still 3rd. You're watching the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Hey, Bruce Foster, howdy back to you, to all the Aussies. Thanks for hanging out with us. You've got a lot of great racers coming up on deck shortly. Okay, again, that's Abdullah Al-Fadel. So Shen Shan is your 4th place rider, and then Abdullah on that yellow CD with the 30, he is in 4th place. Sorry, excuse me, he's in 5th place. Shen is in 4th. Abdullah in 5th, and Pirawat in 6th, and they are too close to count. There is Pirawat Sinrungak, and this is a very tight battle. Unicorn Pupak D back a bit in the standings right now, but your battle for 3rd and 4th and 5th is hot and heavy. That is Abdullah Al-Fadel, is currently 4th, and he's not 4th, he's 5th in points. Needs to move up if he's got or wants an opportunity to get back up on the podium. The gentleman that won the World Series last year is down in points at the moment. Abdullah Al-Fadel, your World Series defending champion, currently watching his hopes fade away. He's got to get around several more of these riders in order to have a shot at this podium. Still watching this battle heat. Pirawat. And there's Walid Al-Shashani, your race leader. Sponsored by Doha Marine Club, Rip Speed, Garage F45. His first race when he was 9 years old, and what a great feeling
Final lap, folks.
when the white lap is out.
รอบสุดท้ายของเกมการแข่งขันแหละครับ
It looked like he had a moment there where he wasn't really sure where he was. He was looking for the flag. Abdullah Al-Fadel, watching his dreams of a defending world championship fade away. The gentleman that just got his lawyer's degree is going to be giving up that title, sadly. I've only got a few more buoys to go, and that is not going to be enough, I think. Hi, Bruce. Oh, you're the Scotsman. Okay. Get it, Cupcake. Oh, Pirot now really putting the hammer on his hopes. That is Pirot trying to knock him down, and Pirot spun out. That did it. Abdullah Al-Fadel now has room to breathe. Again, your top three, that is Walid Al-Shasharni, Matthias Simon, and Tori Snyder. Top three out on the track, and Walid Al-Shasharni just has a few more turns. Just what he needed. Congratulations to Walid Al-Shasharni. Oh man, this is crazy. I don't think he realized he had a checker flag there. So Walid Al-Shasharni takes the win in that final moto. And I have not seen 3-2-3, the gentleman in the lead, in the points coming into this at all. It's going to lock Walid Al-Shasharni into the podium position for the Thai Cup. And that's going to be a wrap. We'll go back through it real quick here. Quick is right. 11:77 and 1:10, your top three. Once again, Walid Al-Shasharni, followed by Matthias Simon in second, and Tori Snyder for third. And Qatar very excited up there. So Walid will definitely be on the podium for the Thai Cup World Series. He's going to be your world champion in the World Series. Congratulations to Walid Al-Shasharni, followed by Tori Snyder second and Matthias Simon third. Again, all of these results are unofficial, but that's your World Series.
The World Series unofficially here, a double champion for Walid Al-Shasharni.
And unofficially, I would say that Walid is able to get to this podium as well, Matthias Simon, and it'll depend on where Chanapat ended up. I'll try to get you that as soon as I get it. Let's go on to the ladies pro ski. One moment. And down on the lineup is Eminelli Ortendal. Eminelli riding for Sweden, and currently in the points lead with 180 points. Right next to her, River Varner, also lined up on the inside. She's got 154 points coming into this one. She rides for the U.S. and Go Fast USA.
Number 64, that is Yasmin Yabruz from Estonia.
And there is Yasmin Epraus on the inside. And then taking a look on the outside split, it's about 14 on the outside. That's Maria Beshasnaya. And all of the girls lined up on the inside. Here's the recap. Average time between first and second's been 3 to 4 seconds. Case in point, in Moto 2, River Varner overtook Yasmin Epraus in the second lap. And River has a pattern of passing. She overtook Emma in lap 2 as well. Emma took the lead back in the white flag lap in Moto 3. That's your recap as we get ready to go. And Eminelli Ortendal, all the pole position with a fantastic start. It is Yasmin Epraus right next to her on that inside. She edges away from Yasmin Eprouse as they come to the first inside buoy. And look at that 9-8 boat hit the gas. You're watching Eminelli Ortendahl as she commanded control of the inside. And that is going to be Sophie I Am Awesome Borgstrom on the outside. Look at Sophie. Oh, well, on the start, the inside clearly with an advantage. I can see where they all lined up over there. All right, Sophie Borgstrom just held off Yasmin Eprouse for that one. So it's going to be Eminelli Ortendahl, Sophie Borgstrom, and Yasmin Eprouse, your top three. And River Varner back in fourth. River's going to have to punch the clock and go to work. Here's your points as we get ready to go. Eminelli Ortendahl again, 180. River Varner in second with 154. And Sophie Borgstrom in third right now with 134 points. Oh, I am fibbing to you. It's Yasmin Eprouse in third with 137 points. Sorry, the names are out of order on the point, so I have to hunt up and down the sheet to get the point, so I just called that wrong. But Yasmin Eprouse in third, Sophie just barely out of it in fourth with a 3-point deficit. And Emma hole-shotted again. So funny, coming into this one, Yasmin Eprouse had a 22-point lead in the World Series. And she is still leading in the World Series points. She's only 15 points ahead of Eminelli in second and River in third. However, there are only 2 points between River and Eminelli now, so the battle for first, second, and third is not even close to done. And of course, Yasmin is on borrowed property on Nacho's boat, and that handles so much different than hers, and that has caused a lot of challenges for Yasmin Eprouse. Right now, she's in third, hunting Sophie Borgstrom, and that is your World Series points leader at the moment. Yasmin Eprouse from Estonia, and if she brings this in, stays where she's at right now, she'll have her very first World Series title and bring it home for her country, Estonia. But we're a little early in that game, aren't we? So Emma hole-shotted, followed by Sophie Borgstrom. Helena's got to be losing her mind back home. And actually, you could see the lineup here with the top 5 because our team is awesome. Eminelli Ortendahl, Sophie Borgstrom, Yasmin Eprouse, River Varner, and then in 5th place, boat number 9, Kamon Wan Non Hong from Thailand. That's your top 5 on the track. And you are watching the final moto for Pro-Am Women's Ski Grand Prix. I don't know about you, but that inside split did look faster on the start. Give me your feedback, but it did look a little faster on the start to me. Richard Maston, go River. Yeah, Ken, it was really great to hear from Chris Hagas today. Look at River Varner lighting up the track. What a beautiful rider she is. Young lady never even been out of the country prior to last year. Now she's traveling all over the place, so she has the travel bug, she said. And there is boat number 9, Camel One. Camel One Nun Hong is actually your 5th place rider on the T9 boat. Thank you. I was making sure I was saying, hopefully saying that as close as possible. Oh, you've got probably the best spot in the house there. Up in the VIP area, watching the racing this morning. Eminelli Ortendahl. I love watching this lady ride. Watch her head. She keeps so loose in her upper body, helping manage her resales, but her head almost bobbles. She's so loose and relaxed. She just purposely tries to jump right into that zone as quickly as she can, and look at the gap she's opened up That flat water has really been, or flatter than normal, has really been able to work to her advantage today. Yasmin E. Prowse, you're watching your World Series champion in the making, quite possibly. Yasmin works at a marketing agency, lives in Parnu, Estonia. She's 22. What I didn't know about her prior to this year is that her and her brother are twins. So we have a lot of twins out here, except these twins aren't both racing, just her. Unlike Tana Wynn and Tana Wood. Watching Pro Women, Final Moto, and it's Imanelli Ortendahl on the inside split, bright yellow helmet. Leading in points, coming into this. Two-time Swedish champion, 9-time world champion. She's a Nordic champ as well, and actually helped put on the Nordic championships the past 2 years. She's not only a great ambassador for her sport, but her and this young lady went to Lombok without me, which is a big problem. They just got done with one of the races overseas, and then they headed over to Lombok, Indonesia, right next to Bali. Her and Imanelli Ortendahl and one of Sophie's other friends, Ellen, who is studying to be a Coast Guard, and they went and hung out and had an amazing ladies' trip in Lombok, for which they were rudely bragging about. I'm totally kidding. It is awesome that they're able to do that. Oh, that's Dallas. Okay, thank you, Jeff. Well, look at you catching up on celebrity sightings. Dallas from Jet Pilot at the VIP stand. Thank you, sir. Yes, Chris and Anna, Imanelli Ortendahl. That Imanelli is Quentin Bosch's stunt double. Only 2 points are between Emma and River, so Emma had to stay where she was. She had to get this whole shot, and she has to keep River Varner behind her. If she moves back even one, River will move into second place overall. Yasmin, here's the predictions for the World Finals. If it stays the way it is, it'll be Yasmin E. Prowse, Imanelli Ortendahl, and River Varner. The World Cup, if it stays the way it is, Imanelli Ortendahl, River Varner, and Sophie. But again, Emma cannot make any mistakes or she will start losing positions. It's that close, only 2 points separating River Varner and Imanelli Ortendahl. I hope I added a little tension to that for you. You are watching the final moto again for Pro-Am Women's Ski Grand Prix. And just real quickly, these ladies had to do 9 laps today. They will be the final group that will be only doing 9 laps. From here on out, we're moving into 12-lap motos. Oh, I take that back. Pro-Am Ski Stock has 9 laps as well. So with the exception of Pro-Am Ski Stock, everybody else will be doing 12 laps today. Just to give you a little insight. And Emma just looks so pretty out here.
Now, the way Emma is riding right now, number 98, we don't see any kind of problem at all. On the right side.
All right, watching this final couple laps, Sophie Borgström. Beautiful history of racing, her and her entire family, Håkan, Helena, Jana, who was unable to be here. Jana, are you on the live stream? If you are, you better be shouting right now. Because Sophie's just a couple points out of a podium as well. Jean Yasmin E. Prowse. Her father raced for 14 years, and now she's taken up the banner of racing. And that race number, the 6'4", is a combination of both her brother and her dad's race numbers. Her dad raced 165, and her brother used to race the number 4. So she picked up 6'4", and she's going to take that 6'4" to the top of the podium in just a couple of laps for the World Series title if she holds on to where she's at right now. Eminelli Ortendahl trying to bring it home. She's got the chance for the World Cup, and the white flag is out for Eminelli Ortendahl. She needs to stay exactly where she's at for one more lap, and she'll take the World Cup win. World Series win still for Yasmin Epraus. Sophie Borgstrom looking amazing as always. It's so great to have her back after all these surgeries. And I don't know if you guys know Sophie too well. She's on borrowed property right now. She's riding one of the Cambodian boats. I believe that's Omat Salih's boat. But her boat has minions all over it because she loves the minions. And her helmet is a minion helmet. And you can't see it because they can't zoom in on it tight enough, but I'm pretty sure it's got minions on the helmet. It's so freaking awesome. You're watching Yasmin Epraus on Nacho Armias' boat. A big commander boat that she is just trying to get used to. She sure is riding it good. She said, I just didn't have time, Dawn, to get my other boat shipped out here. So instead, she borrowed Nacho's boat, which is still working for her. She's set up beautiful. QB1 will make history again. Power Duck ATV jet ski, let's go. All right, 2 more buoys, and bada boom, bada bing. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your new World Cup winner, Eminelli Ortendahl. What an outstanding job for Eminelli Ortendahl. You see Hawken down there cheering her on. One of the few people in the world that actually would be able to borrow Quentin Bosch's boat. So QB's boat just won women's ski. Oh, that's funny. That's mainly because Emma's awesome.
Coming in 4th position here for the Pro-Am Women's Ski Grand Prix from the U.S.
It's actually Siri Sirenen that you just saw on the camera up there, right next to the gentleman with the very bright green glasses. Siri Salonen, actually a very, very fast young lady, riding for Finland, her and her brother. We're on to Pro Runabout, 1100 open. And down on the line, Supatat Foot Raccoon, who's had a pair of bookend wins in Moto 1 and number 2, and we're on to Moto 3. Pro-Am Runabout Open. Here's your points. Supatat Foot Raccoon with 120. Book Sermsuan with 101 is in second. Kasadit Terapratip is in third with 92. And Louis Bahizan is in fourth with 81. Terapat Melkai in fifth with 79. Omat Salih in sixth. And there's the rundown. Kasadit Terapratip is on the inside. Supatat on the pole position, and looks like Book on the pole position on the outside. Whoa! Kasadit Terapratip with a rocket ship of a start. Kasadit Terapratip's already won 2 titles this week in Expert Runabout 1100 and Expert Runabout Limited. Now, Louis still has the lead in the World Series points, but it's now only by 9 points. Kasadit, who is in second, is closing the gap. And he certainly just put his mark on this start. He's in the lead on the inside. It's Omat Salih on the outside. He will meet up with Kasadit on that front stretch. Kasadit Terapratip with the whole shot. Omat Salih, the first male athlete to win, Cambodian to win at the Asian Games, is in second place. Omut Salih. Looks like Super Top Foot Raccoon in third. Wow, he just not only got a great start, but then started pulling away. And just taking a look on the back stretch, once again, Kasadit Terapratip, followed by Omut Salih. 3.94 is what separates first and second. And look how fast Super Top Foot Raccoon came up on him. Both Omut Salih and Supatat go to the outside. Kasadit Terapratip to the inside. I think that's Book. Serm Suwan riding up in fourth. I'll try to get a confirmation for you, which leads me to believe that Louis Bahison might be back in sixth. Louis, by the way, had a boat breakdown on him. He was doing great yesterday. When that boat broke, that really hurt him. He ended up in sixth overall in points right now, at least for the Thai Cup. And there's your third place rider, Supatat Foot Raccoon. And Omut Salih second. Yep, so Louis Bahison is in fifth. Kasadit Terapratip. Leading in points, or excuse me, in third in points right now. Kasadit leading in this class, in this third moto. Wu Rong Ra, aka Woody, is actually in that. What's going on? Now, it's not good when you've just got one hand on the handlebars. Kasadit has the body language. That boat's breaking down on him. That sucks. I'm so sorry, Kasadit Terapratip. That's a heartbreaker. Let's take a look at the recap. Right as he came around and took that turn, you could see what happened. The boat started breaking, and that's a heartbreaker. And it makes it even harder because his mom actually is sick and is in a hospital up in Bangkok, and she asked him to come down and compete because she knows how much he loved it. So my heart just goes out to him. He has won 2 world titles, but I know already this week, but I do know he really wanted the Pro Runabout 1100 Open title, or at least to be on the podium. So still won Expert Runabout 1100 and Expert Runabout Limited, but a tough break for Kasadit Terapratip. Man, that's sad. That's sad. Kasadit, my heart goes out to you, bud. All right, that is going to change some fates here. Omut Salih, now your leader. Supatat Foot Raccoon is in second. Book Serm Suwan is in third, and Louis Bahison has moved up into fourth. And Foot Raccoon's on the outside as Omut Salih works the inside split, and I'd have to say Foot Raccoon is coming on hard from the outside split. Pops onto the front stretch, and while Omut Salih came out of there quick as well, look at the momentum Super Top Foot Raccoon is bringing into that front stretch, and he is right on Omut Salih like a bad rash. Omut Salih taking a quick look back, feeling the heat from the Thai rider Supatat Foot Raccoon.
Right now he's in second.
Wow, too close to call. Omut Salih got to try to hold him off. Watching Supatat trying to run him down. Manager of Reds Halcyon, 2-time IJSBA world champion, Supatat Foot Raccoon. The gentleman in front of him, Omut Salih. Ooh, that engine just stuttered a minute. Omut Salih, the first male athlete, Cambodian athlete to win at the Asian Games. Also medaled at the SEA Games this year in Cambodia. Oh, here's top 5. Again, you've got Omat Salih leading, followed by Supatat Foot Raccoon in second. In third, Buk Sun Suwan, and in fourth, Louis Bahisong. And Kasadit has pulled off the track.
Sally better be careful on the right side there. Right now the focus is between 1 and 2. Here they go again, coming into the back stretch of the course, all the way on top of 11.
Don't know. There's third place, Buk Sun Suwan. We were trying to add up numbers. If he got through halfway on the race, he will get points for that. If he did not complete all the way, he will come in with no points. So we're trying to figure out where Kasadit Tapertep is going to end up on the points system. Give me 1 second. Ho! Knock, knock. That is Supatat Foot Raccoon, who just snuck right in and make a pass on the race leader, Omat Salih. Now that was slick. That was slick. That was very little notice given. Oh my goodness. All right, Supatat Foot Raccoon now has an opportunity for a hat trick. He won Moto 1 and 2, and right now he's in the lead for Moto number 3. Omat Salih second, and Buk Sun Suwan in third. And then we've got still Louis Bahisong up in top 4. All right, again, you're watching Pro Runabout 1100 Open, still trying to calculate points. If Kasadit is able to maintain points, I wasn't sure if he went all the way through. There were 12 laps for this one. He had to get... Oh, okay. Eminelli and I were just conferring. She would know better than I because they watch these points really closely. She says even if they're just doing a couple, we may still be able to get points on the board. Thank you, girl. So let's count Kasadit Terapratip as 9th, and we'll see where the points end up for us. And you're watching Buk Sun Suwan, who is back in 3rd. The gentleman that raises rare turtles. By the way, if you go on his Facebook page, he also has this incredible tree in the backyard. It is a super old olive tree. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. They had this thing flown in and planted in the backyard, and I mean, it is just one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Yeah, kind of cool. Yeah, him and his wife are pretty awesome. They raise bulldogs. So their sponsors, they say, is House of Bulldogs, which obviously that's not really a company. I think you should make a company called House of Bulldogs, personally. You're watching the race action, Pro Runabout 1100 Open, and the gentleman I was just talking about is back in 3rd. That's Buk Sun Suwan. But your race hero right now, that guy, K45, Supatat Foot Raccoon, riding for K45, Maxima Yamaha, and Team POW. And he's making this look very easy. Look, you can see the big sponsor on the side. Maxima has been a sponsor for him for years and years. And he is powering through the turns on this Yamaha. From 4th to 1st in 6 laps. Not too shabby productivity today. If Kasadit is in 9th, let's see, World Cup, Supatat, Buk, and Kasadit if he's 5th or better for the World Cup. If Kasadit is 9th, Supatat, Book, and Sali. Sali would have an opportunity to jump on the podium if Kasadit drops back to 9th. So Omut Sali's fate is no longer in his hands. It's going to be up to where Kasadit Teraprateep ends up. Crazy. That's what it looks like for the World Cup. We're watching the final couple of turns here. And Supatat Foot Raccoon has just been chilling on the outside. It's funny, after he made that pass, he's been nice and relaxed. Look at him, he keeps looking. It's like his head's on a swivel. Okay, where is everybody? I just got to make sure I'm still in the lead here. White flag is out for Supatat Foot Raccoon. It's a really fun guy, too. He's just really nice. Good soul, very happy-go-lucky, until you get him on a racetrack. And then it's funny how everything changes, right? Omut Sali did everything he needed to do to get up in this podium position right now. His fate is locked in tight with Kasadit Teraprateep. He's going to have to figure out where he is. He came into this round in 5th in points. But he does have an opportunity to hit the podium, and it was great to see Wu Ranhua on the lineup. The competitor from China is just a legend in China racing, a.k.a. Woody, back out at the Thai Cup after many years of a hiatus. All right, so I got just a moment as we get going. I'm going to throw this hot shot on the line with me. I'm here with the one and only Emanelli Ortendahl. Actually, let me do the final lap, and then I want to catch up with you. You're so sweet. She's like, I'm not going anywhere. Drops onto the front stretch, takes a quick look over at the flagman. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Supatat Foot Raccoon. Took the win in Moto number 3. We've got one more to go for Supatat Foot Raccoon, but right now he is in the perfect position for the World Cup, and he's also locked in a spot for the World Series as well. So if nothing changes, it would be Supatat for the World Series in 3rd, but he could take the World Cup quite easily after these 3 wins. I'm down here with Emanelli Ortendahl. Wow. You know, I don't know very many people that get to borrow Quentin's boat. What's that like?
Oh, I really love it. Like, it's just flying, but still in the water. Like, such grip and such drive, and it just holds, and I just need to hang on. That's the biggest problem.
I don't know. I thought you were looking. Didn't look to me like you were hanging on anything. You were riding the heck out of that boat, girl. Well, that finish put you at the top for the World Cup, so congratulations.
Oh,
and you're in the
you.
hunt for the World Series as well.
Yes, I think I'm managing to get the 2nd position now overall, which I'm super, super happy about.
Woo, girl, that is so awesome. All right, I'm going to put you on the spot since you didn't invite me to Lombok. What was that like? I'm totally kidding.
Sorry, Dawn.
I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm not broken. Was that your first time over there?
Yes.
How was that?
First time in Indonesia and everything. It was amazing. I really like that country too.
Yeah, it is really, really beautiful. And you got to hang out with Sophie Borgstrom, and didn't she look awesome today? Did you see her behind you?
She was flying. I'm so super excited for that. Such a perfect ride from her. Yeah. And I'm super proud. Good luck.
Yeah, I
good
am
job,
too.
Sophie.
I am too. Good job, Sophie. Listen to us. We're up here talking about other girls because that is how you roll, though. So I am just really wanting to get insights from one of the top ladies in this game. Give some advice and thoughts on, first off, why are you so addicted to this crazy sport?
Well, it's just so addictive. Like, I cannot, it's just what I'm drawn to. And I've tried to kind of like back off, but it doesn't work. So I just need to keep going.
Is this you backing off? Wow.
Not in a while now.
Okay, good. That was concerning me. All right. And then how do you get involved? What would be your advice for other young ladies that that want to get involved with this?
Well, just get in touch, get a ski, start riding, and come to the races and see what amazing community we have here. It's such a nice place to be. I love these races so much, and you really live up and living your best life.
You really are. All right, boat number 20 down on the line. Don't you go anywhere. Tanapat Tuparai, got to go to work for just a minute. Also on the inside, boat number 52, that is Supak Cetera. And then boat number T95 also on the inside. And that's Abdun Duwula. And we're getting fired up. James Bushell is on the outside. And actually, since I've got Eminelli Ortendahl up here with me, I'm going to put her to work with me on the call because she knows this course better than I do. Let me give you a bit of a recap on what's been happening as we get ready to go. Boat number T8, that's Karatakorn Feed9, who comes into this in tied in points with 108 points, and it's Simon Belcher right next to him. So Karatakorn is on the pole position, looks like on that outside. Belcher, I believe, had the pole position on the inside. Let's take a quick look and see who's going to get the start. And then I'd love to get feedback from Emma on what that track is like.
Yeah, the inside split is kind of it's very tight in the beginning, so you really need to like set the turns up good. But they're doing a good job, I think.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, T9, that's Mikai on the outside. Mikai's going to be meeting up with Simon Belcher on the front stretch, and Mikai got the hole shot.
Exciting.
Yes, that was the first hole shot from the outside. Mikai followed by Simon Belcher. Wow, that was a beautiful start. Let's just give you a quick update on the numbers as we go. Tanapat and Opal have both hole shotted. Simon Belcher has been riding close to everyone at the top. In Moto 1, he was second behind Karatakorn, who was leading for much of that whole race, but then spun out. Karatakorn left the door open for Simon to step in and take the lead, and that has what set the stage for a tie in points between Karatakorn Feed9 and Simon Belcher. So we got to look for boat number T8. Now, Simon still leads in the World Series points with James Bushell in second. They're fairly safe so far, but the battle will be for the third spot on the podium. Knowing Simon as the perfectionist, he'll be wanting to get the overall win for the stop regardless. But he's got a lot of people in his way, including this guy, Tirapat Mikai, who rides for Thailand and Team Jet Ski Ubon Motorsport in Freedom Racing. And there's Tirapat Mikai. That's a little youngster out there tearing it up. Let's talk about 2022. Supak Satura is out on that track defending his Thai World Cup from last year. He also had bookends because he was the winner in the World Series as well. Well, that's your setup as we get underway. And Emma, tell me about this track. What do you like about this track?
Well, I really like it now. Now in the morning it's more flat, so you can really have a good amount of speed throughout it. And it's very smooth in this morning. I really like it. So it's a big buoys. Don't hit them because then you're gonna fall off.
Good advice.
Yeah, almost tried that once.
Yeah, don't hit the buoys. Nobody likes that.
No, not at this race.
Isn't that the truth, man? And it's deceptive because you think you can. All right, let's run down that lineup. I know the guys were showing you on the live stream, but I'll do it as well. T9 with a great hole shot. That is Tirapat Mikai, both triple aces is Simon Belcher in second. 19 is Arnon Honglong in third. In fourth is Tanapat Tuparai. And fifth, Simon Belcher's nemesis and riding buddy, James Bushell. There's your top five. So talk about passing on this track. Where's a good spot to pass since we're about to watch some, I have a feeling?
Yes, the splits are actually, that's where you have the biggest opportunity, and where I passed a little earlier in the Pramski stock, which I'm going to go race soon again.
Yeah.
So, I really like the inside split if I'm going to give out any tips. Maybe.
Did you think the inside split was faster on the start?
Yeah.
Little bit, or was it pretty even?
Yeah, I got to start on the inside, but so I really liked it. But looks like the outside could do well too after this start.
Fairly even.
It's open,
Book it, boat number 20, T20 Tanapat Tuparai. And that, unfortunately, is Arnon Honglong that went off his boat hard. So Arnon Honglong out of that. That was your third place rider. Now back in the pack, and he's in a tough spot. Those course marshals went zooming over there to protect him. So new third place, that is boat number 20, and actually boat 20 had already got in the pass. That was Tanapat Tipperai. Let's do this little replay, and I think he just got caught up in the wash. That's what happened. It wasn't a connection at all. But Arnon Honglong, man, those sport boats, they're skatey.
Yes.
They are not stable, are they?
No, you cannot like lean as much as on a ski, but they're still like the same size. So,
You know, it's weird.
Yes.
Yeah, they're skatey little things. Anyway, so that was a very technical term I just used, skatey. The sport boat rolled him right over. Arnon Honglong is okay, but he is out of that top 5. Emma and I both sitting here watching the craziness. Talk about these chicane turns, these double turns. I feel like those are very technical turns, but what's your insight on that?
Yes, they are. They are really technique. Like you need to like evaluate the waves you see before, and then decide how you're gonna take it. At least me, because I know I have limited power on that ski, so I really need to keep it smooth and keep it like drive. So sometimes I let off and go full gas in between, or sometimes I do big turns and sweeping. So it's different in different situations.
Oh, that's a really good feedback. I hadn't thought of that. You're right. You do have to evaluate as you're coming into that how hot you want to come in. I just found T8, by the way. Karatakorn is back in 5th. 2, 3. Yeah, he's in 5th. That is the gentleman tied for points with Simon Belcher. So Simon in 2nd, and Karatakorn in 5th, and Supak Sedera is up in this game as well. So let's just take a look. T9 still leading. Triple Aces, Simon Belcher 2nd, T20 3rd. That's Tanapat Tipperai. And yeah, Bushel is 4th. Well, I was just guessing because I was trying to figure out why they were showing Supak Sedera if he's moved up, but T8 5th, and then Supak Sedera would be in 6th. So the guys that are really close in points right now, Supak Sedera's got 89. Yeah, he's right in this hunt for 3rd. And he is back in 6th place. So T9 is stealing points from everybody. He's back in 8th coming into this with 69 points, but got an opportunity to hit a podium. When you do things like that, this is only the 3rd of 4 motos. Let's talk strategy right now, Emma. When you're back, how hard do you ride? I mean, I know you got to run the edge, but you don't want to lose positions either. What's the strategy you think for these guys when they're trying to move up in points?
Like it's, I think they're going full out. You know, this is the last race.
That's
of
funny.
The season.
Second to the last,
yes,
actually.
exactly. Yeah. So I think they're going. Yeah, they're riding their hearts out. I would.
All right. So there is no holding back. There is no strategy at this point.
As long as their physics are there, I think they should just pin it.
All right. Well, I like your attitude. Pin it to win it, baby. That's girls racing. Oh, Emma, you're absolutely a joy. How long have you been doing this?
Oh, I don't know. Since 2010.
2010.
Yeah, 14 years now.
Tara Lejo just chimed in on the live stream. She said Emma Nelly, 98, is a class act.
Oh, she's the best.
Thank
you, Tara.
She is the best. And Chris Jonkier saying the boss is coming. I think we know he's talking about QB1 coming up to the line pretty soon. So, Emma, there's been this debate. Do you have 8 world titles now or 9? I feel like my sheets are wrong. My sheets say 8. Your social media says 8.
Yeah.
I feel like you have 9, though.
Yeah, like it depends on how you count.
Oh, that's fair.
It's because it's different championships, different World Series, and the World Championship. And yeah, I have a lot of wins.
You have a lot of wins. She says that and then she blushes, guys. So just so you know, she is not the kind to brag. She's literally over here blushing bright red. You're watching Supak Sedera. Let's take a look at this rundown. We were right. It's Terapat Mackay in the lead, Simon Belcher 2nd, Tanapat in 3rd, Arnon Honglong. Well, actually, Arnon's off the charts right now. I know he's not back on yet. And then James Bushel in 4th. So I think Supak Sedera is in 5th. And then Opal got around... oh my gosh, it's not Karatakorn. It is Opal up in 5th, and then Karatakorn is in 6th. So we have had a change. Opal's moved up as well. Have you seen this guy's boat?
No.
Girl, we got to get this paint job.
Yeah.
You hold on now. I'll show you. It's 951. Watch for this boat.
Ooh.
If we're lucky, the camera crew will hear us and zoom in on this thing. I mean, it's a stunner. Let me just write these numbers down again. Arnon is out, Bushel is up, and then I think Opal has moved up. So I'm going to show Opal as 5th, and then Karatakorn as 6th. Let's see. Hopefully they'll zoom in on them as they come through. There's your race leader, and then Belcher from the outside, I believe.
This is a good shot.
Yep. There he is. There's Opal. Oh! All right, now we're back live. We just teased you a little bit with that one. I was just showing Emma the Opal boat. So here's the deal. It's not quite a flop color, but it changes color in the sun. Looks just like an opal.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh, girl, it kind of reminds me of your glitter boat.
Yeah, that's a sparkling.
Yeah, Emma Nelly's got a gold boat. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. One of her boats is
Everyone
bright
thought
gold.
it was going to Dubai when we was in production. They're like, and I was like, no, it's mine.
Nope, I want it. I want
Yes.
it. It's mine. It's bright gold. It's sparkly. All right, there's T9, your race leader. I'll get you back on track here. Thank you guys for your patience as I hang out with Emma Nelly Ortendahl. Terrapot Mackay, sponsored by Isan Jet Ski and Uburi Motorsport. He also rides for Freedom Racing and G-Force. He's one of the Thai local legends, and right now he is leading. And he needed that because coming into this, Terrapot Mackay had 69 points, putting him back. He's just out of the top 5. There is Supak Cetera. And I think Supak is still behind Karatakorn, but let's take a quick look. All right, our awesome production crew. There's the boat color I want.
Yeah, that's good looking.
Isn't that something? It is just absolutely a stunner. Which is great. His nickname is Opal. He rides for Ratchaburi Race Team, but he's a finance student. He's a young gun, very fast. He did so well at the Phuket offshore race, Emma.
Nice.
Yeah, these guys were really put through the ringer on. That was a 75-kilometer race.
And that was a long one.
One way.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to go around the islands. It was insanity.
Now it's white flag.
Yep, white flag is out for T9. Terrapot Mackay. This is fun hanging out with you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate you. One of the legends in her sport up here hanging out with me as she takes us a little relaxing moment. She's going for not 1 but 2 titles this weekend. One of them already nailed it with the World Cup and got 2nd in the World Series in the women's class. And right now she's staging fairly soon for Pro Ski Stock. All right, you guys, you're watching this gentleman take final couple of turns, Terrapot Mackay. This is 3rd of 4 motos, and he's did exactly what he needed to do to get up into a opportunity for a podium this weekend. He's back a bit in points right now, so mainly he's point stealing. He's the spoiler, that's what we call it. Doing a little redemption ride. Terrapot got a... Let's see, he had 39 points in the first moto, so that would have had him in a 5th place finish and an 8th place finish, respectively, in Moto 1 and Moto 2. Right now, he's looking for a very nice ace in the hole. And he's just cruising through this final couple of turns, making sure that boat stays running, takes a quick look back. He does have a nice gap. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Terrapot Mackay, taking the win in Moto number 3. Let's just take a look and see who comes through. We're looking for Simon Belcher for 2nd. Yep, Simon Belcher for 2nd. They're just going to bring that boat in, and Terrapot's going to have a moment, grab some water. That's always the first thing you go for, right? Water.
Yes. For survival.
Exactly. I'm dying here.
No, but it's so hot, and the water is hot, and you just get so exhausted and overheated while riding. So
It really
you just
does.
want a cold water to pour over your head when you're finished. That's the only thing I want for Christmas, you know.
Well, listen, Miss Eminelli, thank you, girl, so much. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you hanging out with us.
Thank you, Dawn.
You bet. I'll
As
let you
always.
get ready. As we got a big race here.
Yes, will be exciting.
All right, here's our point series standings as we come into this. Jeremy Perret with 161 points. Quentin Bosch in second with 156. We've got Michael Perret with 117. Rafael Moran with 110. Anders Keller with 103. And oh my Lord, as we took a look down here, that's the World Series points. Quentin Bosch with back-to-back wins yesterday. He put the kibosh on any ideas that even though they don't have that F1 boat out here, he is not ready to play. Toshi smoked a beautiful start yesterday aboard that Pro Force 3.0, and he is currently in right in there in the points. He had a tough break on the first moto, but he is right in the moment and riding for Chris Hagest. And Oliver Koch-Hansen also aboard that Pro Force. Jeremy Perret and Quentin Bosch both with a whole shot each for the last two motos. Jeremy led for 2 laps in Moto 1 before Quentin took over. From the outside, Kevin Redwer worked his way from 5th to 3rd at the end of that moto. In Moto 2, Oliver Koch-Hansen put Kevin on notice by knocking on his door, and Toshi Samurai Ohara was the ultimate renegade, pushing his way to second, passing Kevin Redwer. Both Oliver and Toshi are on Pro Force 3.0 skis. Quentin Bosch now leads in World Series by 2 points. Jeremy Perret in second, and there's your lineup as we get ready to go for our third moto. And there's Rafael Moran, who took the World Series win last year. Mika Perret. And there is your pole position on the inside. That's Quentin Bosch for Belgium. That's Toshi Samurai for Japan. Oliver Koch-Hansen riding for Denmark on the 6.6 boat. Rafael Moran riding for France on the 44 boat. Michael Perret riding for France on the 77 boat. J73 Kenji Takeda on the Japanese ride. And that leads me to believe that Kevin Redwer is on the pole position on the outside. And you can see Nacho Armias lining up on the outside. And I see boat number 78, that's Sushi So. Oops. That's got to be a red flag. Kevin Unleashed the Beast is what we're hearing on the live stream. Richard Maston, Let's Go Sebastian Girillo, David Mittenar, Carl Seltzer, Pancho Marjak. Is it open now? I don't even know what that means. All right, we're going to re-rack these guys. That was a red flag start. A little premature acceleration. Never good in any sport. Here's boat number 300. That's Jimmy Wilson riding for Kawasaki. And I believe he's on, somebody was telling me he's on the new Hyperion. I don't know if that's, does anybody have a confirmation on that? That's what I heard. Valentin Dardelot should be on the, they've got a brand new Spectrum boat, and I think he's on that boat. And they're already firing him right back up. Let's see what happens if they're going to call anybody. I don't see any hands in the air. Too many friends on the line is right, Adrian. I agree with you. It's hard to say who's going to take this one. And they're off. Sebastian Girillo had a great start. Coming into that one, it looked like Quentin Bosch had the pole position on that inside, and that lane was open for him as he came through. Didn't have as fast a run at it, but he's already in the lead on the inside. Shazam. Gosh, it was great catching up with him yesterday on the live stream, and it's going to meet up with Jeremy Perret. This looks like deja vu, doesn't it? This is exactly how the first moto looked, except Jeremy was on the inside and Bosch was on the outside. Jeremy has the whole shot. Or excuse me, Quentin Bosch has the whole shot on this one. Jeremy had the whole shot on Moto 1. So coming into him, both of them each had a whole shot each right now. Quentin Bosch just broke those odds, taking the whole shot 72. Jeremy Perret in second. And a beautiful long shot here of this massive 2.9 kilometer race course, 60 buoys out here. And I was just trying to get the numbers. Again, Quentin Bosch, QB1, gentleman that first raced aboard a little Yamaha when he was just a junior. We first saw him come over from Belgium when he was 10 years old. He was actually aboard a ski far younger than that, and there he is working the inside split. All right, we've got Anders Keller up in the mix. And he is up in third. Perfect, guys. Thank you. So Quentin Bosch, Jeremy Perret, Anders Keller, your top three. Wow. There's Kevin Redder in fourth. And that is Toshi in fifth. Toshi on boat number 37, that's your fifth place rider. And boat number 78 in sixth, that is Soshi Sato. And your top two riders going through the inside split, Quentin Bosch and Jeremy Perret. The whole shot went to Quentin Bosch. Jimmy Roberts Wilson is on the Cowie. Thanks, sir. Appreciate you. Somebody was telling me that he was trying out the Hyperion, so I appreciate it. He is a factory rider for Kawasaki. Jeremy Perret. And there is Anders Keller, your gentleman that is in third place, riding for Denmark. Followed by Kevin Redder in fourth. Kevin built that boat with him and Haken. And there's our shot of the Pro Force 3.0. Both Samurai, Toshi Ohara, and Oliver Cock-Hansen aboard the Pro Force 3.0 this weekend. And that is boat number 44, Rafael Moran. Who has moved up into sixth. Countdown. Quentin Bosch leading, Jeremy Perret in second, Anders Keller in third, Kevin Redder in fourth, Toshi, the Samurai Ohara in fifth, and Rafael Moran in sixth. Man, look at Toshi fly through those turns. Toshi Ohara, the samurai out of Japan. He lives in Chiba, Japan. There is Rafael Moran, your French rider. Rafael defending his title from last year. And Sato. And there is Devin Farthing. So just moving back a little bit. Quentin Bosch, Jeremy Perret, Andrew Keller, Kevin Redder, Toshi. That's your top 5. And then 6th place is Rafael Moran. 7th place was Soshi Sato. And 8th place is Devin Farthing. So there you are, back to 7th. So far, if nothing changes, the World Cup is going to be Quentin Bosch, Jeremy Perret, and Kevin Redder. And by the way, that'd be the same for the World Finals as well. Kevin jumping up onto the world stage. He actually was back a little bit further in points, not even at the top 3 when we came into this final round. Jeremy Perret was leading, and Quentin Bosch was in 2nd in points. But Quentin Bosch, after that win yesterday, 2 wins, took over the number 1 spot. Be 12 laps. And there is Devin Farthing. Back in 8th. Your 9th place rider is boat number 97. That's Hideyuki Kuriyashi. And then in 10th place is boat number 77, Michael Perret. Love you, camera crew. Thank you for getting me up today. Oh, Valentin Dardelot aboard that new Spectrum boat. And Valentin Dardelot, I was just confirming, is in 11. I was just counting. Back in 11th for Valentin Dardelot. And Linda Jo Hammer saying, come on, Devin. Looking good. He's in 8th. There's Kevin Redder, your 4th place rider. Man, just watching him on that boat is a thing of beauty, isn't it? That is Toshi right behind him. So there's your top 5 again posted for you. Quentin Bosch, Jeremy Perret, Andrew Keller, Kevin Redder, and Toshi Ohara. And then just out of that top 5 is Rafael Moran. He's in 6th. And Quentin Bosch leading, going for the triple threat here. Took the win already twice yesterday. He's not a very superstitious rider, and you could kind of pick up on that yesterday listening to him on the live stream, but he does make sure that he is prepared every single race. In fact, I would say in a good way, he's OCD about it. He pays a lot of attention to detail, and you can see that translate out on the track. Now, this gentleman has a different and yet still exacting approach. You're watching Kevin Redder, boat number 90, he's back and forth, and Kevin is the kind of man that wants to make sure that he is at the top of performance. He does his own work on the boat. Him and Håkan Borgstrom have been working on that boat for weeks. In addition to that, though, he balances the mental game as well. He does a lot of meditation. He does yoga. It's not just about running in and doing weightlifting, being aggressive on that boat. Kevin truly tries to balance his life around his jet ski racing. I've always admired that about him. Wants to be happy, wants to be fulfilled. He doesn't put all of his mental efforts in. I have to win. The idea for him is I want to enjoy the ride. It doesn't matter where I end up. Is he competitive? Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely. But is he a fanatic about it? No, not at all. And that, I think, is what makes him such a well-balanced rider. And you see these results, both of these athletes, comparing him to Quentin and even him to Jeremy. All of these athletes come at this with an impressive resume. They're all goats in their own right? But they approach the sport so differently, and I think that's what makes it fascinating. Anders Keller. Now this guy, just what a story. He had a horrific crash about 4 years ago in Dubai. And he broke his back, he broke part of his arm, he had severe injuries to his lower back. And not only did he come back from that, but he is faster than I've ever seen him. Talking about Anders Keller from Denmark. He's up in third. And Diti, I'm sure if she's not here, she's watching on the live stream. It is an incredible story. And now he has like the cutest son ever named Albert. And Anders Keller's got a completely different style from both of these guys. From both Kevin Redder and Quentin Bosch and even Jeremy. He's a physical rider, but if you watch Anders, I'd say he's more of a motocross rider. He's physical. He's going to ride the boat physically, but I think he keeps his mind really quiet. Right, you're watching Jeremy Perret. Now, Jeremy, of all of the brothers that race, so there are 3 brothers. There's an entire family race, by the way, including their sister, who's an incredible athlete, Estelle. Jeremy Perret, in my opinion, would be the strategist of the group. Michael Perret is just going to throw it all out over the handlebars, and that's what makes him so much fun and such a showman. But Jeremy's the strategist. Jeremy's an analyst, and it makes it pretty cool to watch him. There's Anders Keller, your third-place rider. Anders rides for Denmark. And as I said, what a comeback story for him. First race was in 2013 for Anders Keller. There's Kevin Redder with the bronze and silver designed boat. He's always raced that number 9. He is actually his father's race number, Thomas Redder, who sadly is no longer with us. And Kevin's honored his dad by racing that number 9, and then he just converted it into the 9-0. And one of the coolest things I ever saw is Kevin actually gave his trophy to Håkan Borgström. One of his World Series trophies he actually turned over to Håkan. White flag is out. There's quite the close family relationship between the Borgströms and the Redderers. And Kevin Redder is still chasing Anders Keller as the white flag pops. This was a very fast race. All right, again, we're just fine. Sorry, I had to step away just 1 second to do some logistics because we got quite a bit going on today. Quentin Bosch is making this look so easy in those turns. I assure you that track is a gnarly mess. But, man, that boat is barely chiming out of the water. Congratulations to Quentin Bosch taking the win in Moto number 3, and he did it that easily, and you could see the reaction from his father and the rest of his race team, and that's got to be a great feeling for the young man that did a lot of the work on that boat, him and his dad, and have been running a very successful company, QB1. Going to be Jeremy Perret in second, Anders Keller third, and a great job for Jeremy Perret. And there's Oliver Koch-Hansen also in there. There's Anders Keller, who took third in Moto number 3. And there's Kevin Redder on the number 90 taken fourth. All right, again, you just got through watching 12 Gruelers. That was a big series of laps. Rafael Moran is in that mix. So here's some of the previous stops. Oh, and we've already got other boats out on the line. One moment, let me get set up. All right, you guys, we're on to the top 5 for the World Series. This is Pro Runabout GP1. And here's the points coming into this one. Mohamed El Baz leading with 166. And then you got Mohamed Barabi in second with 163 points. Jeremy Perez is in third with 144. Francois Mondori in fourth with 129. And Sam Johansson is in fifth. This is the World Series layout. He's got 102 points. This is going to be the second moto you watch today. All right, let's do a quick recap as we get ready to run. This was a lot of craziness. Albaz hole-shotted but broke at the end. I don't know if you guys remember that for that first moto. He had that locked and loaded. His buddy, Mohamed Barbaya, ended up with the win in this first moto yesterday. Francois Mondori had to come hard through the pack, passed and got up into second. Supak Cetera with a fantastic run yesterday in third, and Dustin Farthing in fourth. And you're taking a look down the line, there's J82, Takura Nakano. Skinny Mo is going to have the pole position on the inside, and it's going to be Dustin King D on the pole position on the outside. Looks like we might have Francois Mondori trying to see where he's at on that lineup. But again, Skinny Mo on the inside. So I'm guessing Francois Mondori has got the pole position on the outside, but it's a guess. Let's see if we can find that orange boat on the start. There's Supak Cetera right next to him on the inside. And already got creepage. There's a 98 boat jumping out of there just a little bit. Juna Coma had a great start yesterday, but broke early. He was up in second, and that put him back in 17th coming into this one. Dustin Farthing right on the bubble for third place. Here's Skinny Mo on the inside. And it is June Nakoma on the outside. And wow, June Nakoma smoked that whole shot from the outside split. Your leader from Japan, June Nakoma, followed by Skinny Mo. What a crazy start. That was massive. Beautiful job from June Nakoma on the outside. Skinny Mo on the inside takes second. And we are going to be doing an interview with Police General Dick Norong. He's the committee's president of the WGP1 Thailand stage.
ท่านผู้ชมครับตอนนี้ผมได้อยู่กับท่านพลตำรวจเอกเดชนรงค์สุทธิชาญบัญชาครับท่านประธานอำนวยการจัดการแข่งขันครับสวัสดีครับท่านครับ
สวัสดีครับพิธีกรครับ
ต้องขออนุญาตสอบถามท่านนิดนึงครับท่านพลตำรวจเอกเดชนรงค์สุทธิชาญบัญชาครับในฐานะที่ท่านเป็นประธานอำนวยการจัดการนะครับการเติบโตของการแข่งขันปีนี้กว่า40ประเทศครับที่มาร่วมทำการแข่งขันรวมนักกีฬาแล้วเนี่ยทัพนักกีฬามาประเทศไทยกว่า 3,000 คนเลยทีเดียวท่านรู้สึกอย่างไรบ้างครับ
ครับผมต้องขอบพระคุณทีมนักแข่งนะครับทั้ง 40 ชาตินะครับที่มากัน 3,000 กว่าคนนะครับขอบคุณแทนประชาชนคนไทยที่เราเนี่ยยินดีต้อนรับพวกท่านและผมรู้สึกตื่นเต้นนะครับพัฒนาการของผู้ร่วมการแข่งขันเนี่ยดีขึ้นมาเรื่อยๆครับ
และสำหรับในช่วงบ่ายนี้ครับท่านผู้ชมครับและท่านพลตำรวจเอกเดชนรงค์สุทธิชัยบัญชาครับจะเป็นรุ่นการแข่งขันในรุ่นโปรและเป็นศึกชิงแชมป์กันแล้วพื้นที่จากการแข่งขันและท่าจันจะแน่นขึ้นเรื่อยๆเลยท่านรู้สึกอย่างไรบ้างอยากให้พูดเชิญชวนท่านผู้ชมด้วยครับ
ท่านผู้ชมครับที่อยู่ทางบ้านที่อยากจะมาติดตามที่สนามนะครับเชิญมาได้นะครับช่วงบ่ายนี้จะเป็นการชิงชัยกันในหลายรุ่นในรุ่นระดับโลกนะครับมีแชมป์ที่ไล่เก็บมา 3-4 สนามซึ่งสนามสุดท้ายที่พัทยาแห่งนี้เนี่ยจะเป็นการชิงชัยกันระดับโลกจึงเชิญชวนท่านนะครับที่อยู่ทางบ้านนะครับที่มีเวลาเนี่ยสามารถมาดูได้ที่หน้างานนะครับแต่ถ้าเกิดท่านไม่สามารถมาดูได้ก็ติดตามชมทางการถ่ายทอดสดของเราได้ครับ
โอ้ขอบพระคุณอย่างยิ่งเลยครับต้องขอบพระคุณท่านพลตำรวจเอกเดชนรงค์สุทธิชาญบัญชาครับท่านประธานอำนวยการจัดการแข่งขันครับขอบพระคุณอย่างยิ่งครับขอบพระคุณครับ
พิธีกรครับ
And we are back for the live action. Again, a special interview with Police General Deshnarong Suti and June Ikoma is what's up in the news. He smoked that hole shot, and then unfortunately in Moto number 2, looked a lot like Moto 1. He broke, and so Skinny Mo is now leading in Runabout GP1, but man, what a heartbreaker for June Ikoma. That's 2 for 2. He's had 2 hole shots, almost hole shots in the first one, and then that beautiful hole shot in the second one, and then just, unfortunately, shot him down again. So June Ikoma out of it as Skinny Mo on boat number 66 has the lead in Moto number 2, and I'll try to get you the rundown on the rest of them. In second place, it's James Bushell on the 158. And oh no, Bomb is out. Supak Cetera is out. Tough break for Supak, who was in it as well. He was in third in the first moto after the first moto in points, but right now out of it. So we've already had 2 boats go down. Again, I'll keep trying to run the numbers for you as we go through. I just want to make you guys remind you that we do have a satellite uplink happening this afternoon. We're going to be reaching over 700 million households. That said, we are probably going to be breaking at not necessarily the most opportune moments for you, so please bear with us because wherever we are in the race, we have to go by exact times in order to link to these satellites, so bear with us if we pull away from the racing. Thank you, and we love you. There's James Bushell up in second. Great to see Bushell back in this one. He finished a bit back. Got a 14th in the first moto. Right now he's in second. And Dustin Farthing in third. Man, King D's had a weekend. Won the qualifier and made that look way too easy, the second heat race, and then just turned around and got a 4th in Moto number 1, and right now he's in 3rd. And Albaz back in 4th. Francois Midori in 5th. Watching the race action on Pro Runabout GP, and it's all about Skinny Mo, a gentleman that's a policeman during the day, and a lot of his friends. In fact, I do believe Albaz as well. He met him through that job, and they are very close riding buddies. Jeremy Perez, just taking a look at Jeremy. Jeremy ended up in 7th in the first moto, and I'll take a look, see if I can find him for moto number 2 for you. Oh no, what is happening? Goggles coming off for Dustin Farthing. That is a tough one. He was in 3rd place, and that is 3 top riders now out of it. Icoma's out, Supak Cetera is out, and now Dustin Farthing is out. And that hand gesture says it all. He's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening, but that's not good. All right, Skinny Mo leading, James Bushell in 2nd, and now Albaz is up in 3rd, and Francois Midori in 4th. There is Albaz, your 3rd place rider, who has saying that he got around Bushell. All right, so you got Skinny Mo and James Bushell and Albaz. Again, your top 3. Skinny Mo, boat 66, followed by boat 158, James Bushell, and the boat number 38, Albaz. And then Francois Midori is in 4th. James Bushell hunting down Skinny Mo. That's his nickname. Gentleman that has in the past ridden for Red Bull. He's a lieutenant colonel in the Ministry of Interior in the driving license department. And look how close Bushell is to Skinny Mo. We're talking within 4 boat lengths of each other, about 3.3 seconds away. And as these two work those turns on the right-hand side, you can see that Skinny Mo is playing a little defense here against the UK rider, James Bushell. James lives at Stamford, the UK, owns a company called 158 Performance. His mechanic, Julian Osborne, for 14 years, I'm sure, is back there quietly holding his hands and crossing his fingers because James is amazing. Just want to keep that boat going. Speaking of boats not going, James Bushell just went down. Not James Bushell, I'm so sorry. Skinny Mo just went down. Skinny Mo just broke. I was talking about James, but it was Skinny Mo that had the problem. Wow, that is going to cost Skinny Mo a couple of positions. So James Bushell, your new race leader. James Bushell out of the UK. 11 world titles from the US, 4 in the GP class. He's got 2 King's Cup titles as well, and right now he's in the lead. And that is going to move. That is going to, now I just don't quite get that. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. Unless James Bushell broke as well, and I think maybe James did. Both James Bushell and Skinny Mo broke. And now Albaz is leading. So Skinny Mo is out of it. Sorry, just trying to follow along here, but because I'm seeing what you're seeing, I'm not able to see the track. I'm a little bit excited here on what's happening. But they're showing Albaz as your race leader. So that tells me that Bushell also had to go down. No, he's right there. James Bushell, second. All right, you guys are killing me. So James is in second. So somehow Albaz got around Bushell. Skinny Mo. I just cannot believe Skinny Mo went down. That is insanity. So again, Albaz, followed by James Bushell, and Kinta Uko is your top three. Too funny. We're trying to figure it out up here. That has been some real wackiness. Yeah, Skinny Mo went out of it. That was a horrific. He was in the lead, won the first moto, and had this one locked in. And then it looked like catastrophic failure because they went and got him with a tow rope. One of the course marshals went and grabbed him. And you know as well as I do, once you go under a tow rope, you are not coming back out on the track. And that is the state of affairs as it is right now for Skinny Mo Barabaya. And Muhammad Elbaz is now in the lead, and James Bushell in second, and Kinto Uko is in third. And Gyagi Korch. Oh, what is going on here? Everybody's just on a Sunday cruise. Another rider down. That's 6 boats out of this course already. That's Georgi Kasha also down. My question's, where's Francois Midori? Come on, James Bushell. James still in second. So we got Albaz, Bushell, Oko, and I think Midori's got to still be in this, unless he broke too. Oh my gosh, I just feel so bad for Skinny Mo. That is such a heartbreaker. He has the Guinness World Record for world titles for a Kuwait rider, and he's an absolute celebrity in Kuwait. This gentleman is too, Mohammed Elbaz. And the checker flag drops for Mohammed Elbaz, who takes the win. And what a beautiful job for Mohammed Elbaz, and my apologies for the missed calls on that. We were trying to figure it out after coming back after the break and just barely got on track in time here. So again, congratulations to Mohammed Elbaz. James Bushell will take second. Boat number 18, Kinta Oku, in third. And Francois Midori in fourth. Hey, we'll be right back right after this.
National Sport Development Funds.
It's time for ties to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds.
Welcome back, you guys, to the WGP WATERJET World Cup. I'm Don Dawson here live. And let's take a look down at the numbers here. Naratip Tong Yu with 173 points coming into this one. Tanawin Mo Lee with 161 in second. Emanelli Ortendal in third with 137. Tanawid Mo Lee is in fourth with 130. And Takahito Mizawa in fifth with 102. Velasavalad Chernukwa is right in there with 99, and there's your start. So again, Naratip has 173 points as we get underway for our final moto for Pro-Am Ski Stock. Let's see who's going to get the whole shot. Coming in, it is Naratip Tong Yu on the inside. Followed by boat number 4 on the outside split, and then these two are going to meet up on the front. Naratip Tong Yu will get the whole shot from that inside split, and Tanawin will be in second. All right, you guys, you watch the start here, and the gentleman that had the points lead, he has been non-stop on nailing hole shots. Naratip Tong Yu, and that gentleman right there has been putting some massive pressure on him. That's Tanawid Mo Lee, who is in the points. Let's just take a quick look once again. Tanawin Mo Lee has 161 to Naratip's 173, and Emanelli still in that hunt. She's got 137. That's your setup for the podium for the Cup. And I am here with a legend. Like, your whole family's a legend. Jeremy Perret, how you doing today, sir? Oh, but first, let me turn your microphone on.
I'm okay, thank you.
You have no problem running a ski, but you couldn't get the microphone turned on. That's pretty funny.
It's better when I'm a ski.
Yes, that's so true. How are you feeling today? And tell me about moto number 3.
Today for the moto 3, I'm better. Physically, I'm better. Now it's very hot, so it's not easy. Yesterday, I'm not good on the moto 2. But now I'm okay, but Quinton is so fast, and when he starts in the first, it's difficult for me to follow him, and pass him is so hard.
Yeah, he is so high. Well, you had the whole shot on the inside split, that first moto. You looked rocking, and then he snuck you. That was a nice pass. I did not think he was going to get around you. You are probably, in my humble opinion, one of the toughest people to pass in the business. How did you get that good?
Yeah, thank you so much. I worked so much for that. I make a lot of train. It's the first year on the Fast Pro GP1, so I'm very happy to be here, and I will fight for the Moto 4 for sure. I think I can win. I can win for sure, but I have to push myself.
Yeah, most definitely. This is your first year on that Fast Power Sport boat?
Yeah, it is. I go on only in May of this year, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I learn again on this ski. Particularly in the rough condition.
So, how much different is that ride from the other boats you've been on? How is that boat handled differently?
For me, it's different. Before I rode the Bullet, so it's not the same ski. Bullet is the hard ski, fast ski, but not comfortable on the turn. And it's with the GP1, it's easier on the turn and easier on a straight line, but it's different. So I have to learn again. Now I'm okay. My mechanics, Fredo, make the big job on the ski. I start always on the first and on the top 3, so it's easier for me, but I have to learn again.
So how is your, give me your feelings being able to be on the line with 20 of the top riders around the world? What kind of a rush is that?
It's crazy. When you saw the line, for me the top 10 rider for sure, and maybe the top 15. So it's crazy because when we are on the line, the exciting is so crazy. On the water, we make the fights, but it's a sport, and always on the good condition. It's never mad, so it's very good for us.
What's that feeling like when you hear that rumble when all of those engines start at the same time? Because from here, I can feel the hair go up on my arms and the goosebumps, but what's it like on the lineup when those boats fire up?
Yeah, I don't know. Here, I think the heart is difficult to make the respiration. So the muscle is. We have to be stable, and it's the motor is so long.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not easy for the muscle, but for the physical too.
It's very hard physically as well. Describe the track real quick for me. How do you like this track?
Yeah, on the water the track is perfect because when we have some wave and a big top pilots, the track is very good.
Oh, good. Yeah. Awesome. Well, you've looked spectacular. Congratulations. You're right in the hunt still. You've got an opportunity. You came in the lead for the World Series, and you're just a couple of points out. Let's see if you're able to grab it in Moto 4.
Yeah, it is a sport. I will push myself on the Moto 4 to win that, and after I have to wait for the quintet position to see the championship. But again, I'm very happy to be here. It's finished second. It's good for me because it's the first time on the GP1, and I'm very happy for me and for my team and mechanics.
Yeah, you're amazing, sir. Jeremy, thanks again. Good luck, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, bud.
Who's going to take the World Cup Pro-Am ski stock category?
Woo. All right, you guys, we're back on it here. Let's do this recap real quick of where we're at. It was Nartip Tongyu, again, as I had mentioned, that had the points lead coming into this, and he got another whole shot, and right now he's still handled off that young gun, the 17-year-old twin, Tanawin Mo Lee, who is in second on boat number 4. He is only 4 points away, Tanawin, after these great finishes, is only 4 points away for Salim Al-Matawa for a World Series podium. So right now the World Series prediction looks like this. Mateo Reynes still has the lead on that. Emanelli Ortendal is in second, Salim Al-Matawa in third. But Tanawin's got an opportunity. Salim has got to pick up the pace if he is going to be able to hold off this young man from Thailand. We're talking about Tanawin Mo Lee. And there is Tanawin coming across that front stretch. Nartip Tongyu has locked himself into a great position for the Thai Cup this weekend. He's had 3 starts and 3 wins for Nartip Tongyu. By the way, Nartip wasn't even in the top 3 last year. He was 5th in the Thai Cup last year, so this is a big opportunity for him to go from 5th to 1st. Taking a look at the World Series, Tanawin Mo Lee was your winner last year. Tanawin was second, and Thomas Bento was third. That was the World Series in 2022. Now, Reyes has already won the World Cup for Pro-Am Ski 4-stroke lights. Nartip was third in that class, but Mateus Reyes is in a position to take a World Series championship. Right after this moto is done, Pro-Am Ski Stock, we are going to be taking a short break, and then we're coming back live, and we are going to be doing a satellite uplink. So just to make you aware, we are going to have some breaks right in the middle of the race seat, so don't panic on that. I'll promise to get you the updates. Watching the race action as we finalize the last couple of laps. This was the only race of the day in the afternoon that's going to have 9 laps to it. The rest of these guys are big laps, 12 laps for the different classes. And many hearts given to Nartip. Well deserved too, by the way. His nickname is Tear. And if I may, he is tearing it up out there. Okay, that was bad. Come on, you guys got to give me a little bit here. I'm the worst pun person in the world, but I do love it. He's a gentleman that works in a restaurant during the week. That boat is built by Where's the Jib Jumbo Tuner. And I love his warm-up. He's the one that says he always likes to throw cold water on himself when he warms up. That's crazy. There's Mateus Reyes. Mateus is back and forth on the track. That's not going to affect him on his position overall. He's still slated to take the World Series points. And there is boat number 69 And boat number 69 is in 6th place. That is Raka Kamada out of Japan. And then in 7th is Eminelli Ortendahl. Oh man, you guys, this camera crew. Boom, baby. I love how they work. So they'll slate it for you, and then they just keep working their way back up. I know, I'm sorry. I'm already getting feedback on the live stream about the pun. Tearing it up, that's right. Get it? Narateep Tong Yu is tearing it up. That's the gentleman you're watching on boat number 8. He's already a Thai champion. He was 5th last year in this class, and right now he's going to convert that 5th to a 1st for the World Cup. The only spoiler to that is the gentleman right behind him, Tanawin Mo Lee. Tanawin looks so sweet in those pictures, but man, these guys are like predators on the water, both of them. Both the twins right together. You got Narateep, and then Tanawin, and then Tanawid, and then Matea Reyes. And then boat number 41 is Takahito Mizawa. That's your 4th place rider. And then Raka Kamada is 5th, and Eminelli Ortendahl is 6th. That's how it looks right now. Matthias Reyes. Takahito Mizawa, I like his attitude. He's like, you know what, I'm going to come out here in board shorts. I don't blame you. You are not required to wear a wetsuit, actually, at the event. But it does help quite a bit. Look at this adorable lady, Raka Kamada from Japan, holding off the Sweden juggernaut called Eminelli Ortendahl. That is your battle for 5th. Yeah, it sounds like we're on our final lap. Wow, really clear. This is one of the clearer days today, actually. It's been pretty hazy. It's all burned off this afternoon, though. That's gorgeous. That is Narateep Tong Yu, and our final lap of racing in our final moto for Pro-Am ski stock. There's moseying out there with that white flag. I love the flagger from the tower just chilling. Boat number 37 coming through. Just taking a look. That is Chanukwa Bisafalad from Russia. 28 Russian riders this year. That's insanity how big their team was. Come from the inside split, taking the checkered flag. Congratulations to Narateep, and that's close. Oh, he celebrated a wee bit early on that one. Narateep Tong Yu takes the win, and he is, so you can tell, very, very excited, as he should be. That is your World Cup winner, Narateep Tong Yu, followed by Tanawid Mo Lee and Tanawid Mo Lee for your top 3. We'll be right back, and actually we're going to take a little break. We'll be coming back to you live at 12:30 local time. Thanks so much for joining us today. We got a lot of great racing. Don't you go too far away. I'm Dawn Dawson.
Welcome to our proudest moment. Tumbling through every single detail. Unveiling pristine odysseys ahead. Crafting each element for globe trotting. Embarking for the sky. Your magical journey redefined. Thai, smooth as silk.
National Sport Development Funds.
It's time for ties to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
New Fortuner Leader สัญลักษณ์ใหม่แห่งความสำเร็จสำหรับผู้นำที่พร้อมลุยในทุกสถานการณ์สะท้อนความสำเร็จในแบบคุณกับ Fortuner Leader Generation ที่โชว์รูมโตโยต้าทั่วประเทศน้ำมันหล่อลื่น Dynamic Common Rail Synthetic พลังช่วยปกป้องเพื่อรถยนต์นั่งดีเซลทุกประเภทให้พลังแรงช่วยยืดอายุการเปลี่ยนถ่ายช่วยประหยัดเชื้อเพลิงต้อง Dynamic Common Rail Synthetic จาก PTG Lubricants
National Sport Development Funds. National Sport Development Funds.
It's time for ties to encourage each other. Forward the encouragement to make Thai people and Thailand stronger. Sports Authority of Thailand.
National Sport Development Funds.